is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Welcome to DBL. It's Friday. Hello, everyone. I'm Tori. It's September 24th. I'm here with Al, Erica, and of course, Dr. Coley. Welcome.
Hi, guys.
We have got to see, and all of you have got to see, what just happened on The View Live. It just happened. We have the clip. Take a look.
Two of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
we're going to bring
Sunny
you back later.
have to leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the Vice President?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vice President, no.
Nope.
Okay, shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance. What happened is that Sunny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated.
All right, now as we both heard, both Sunny Hostin and Anna Navarro are fully vaccinated. So are we going to start seeing more of these breakthrough cases like this, and what should we be on the lookout for? Just your reactions, you guys, even Dr. Coley if you want, for The View. What do you think about that, Al?
I mean, it's scary. I did panel with Sunny for NABJ this year, and you know, she's a super great person. And when you see somebody that you know, and there's a connection, not just this thing that's happening on TV to these people that you look at, it really hits home. But I mean, I don't know anybody that hasn't been affected by this deeply, and it just shows you that I'm sure The View has the highest level of protocol, but it still gets through to literally 50% of their panel.
Well, it's scary that Kamala Harris was going to be on.
And they were
there's
still going to burn her
COVID
out.
in the studio. Coley, what do you think about that, Dr. Coley?
You know, to me, it really does beg the question of whether we're not doing enough testing. If I had a genie in a bottle, I would rub it and give every single one of us a test every morning before we left our house. Because one of us sitting up here today could have a breakthrough infection, and the only reason The View might have found out is maybe because the vice president was going to come on, and so they may have tested. But there's probably a lot more breakthrough infections out there than we know about, and we really just don't have an accurate diagnosis because a lot of fully vaccinated people just don't go out there and get tested.
Wow.
Well, I think also, just to kind of put it into perspective, the way that they found out, like they were told.
Yeah.
When you're in a situation where you find out because you're taken down. I mean, those are two totally different things. I think anytime we're going out anywhere at this point, that is a calculated risk, and it's really based on how secure we are with our vaccination status or who we're around and our safety protocols. But I would so much rather be informed and not have known that that I had COVID than to find out because I am on a ventilator,
right,
which we're dealing with in our family right now. So get vaccinated.
Thank you, Erica, for saying that. Thank you. All right, let's talk about the other big coronavirus news today. It's all about booster shots. The CDC director officially signed off on a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine for millions of Americans, but she did it by overruling the recommendations from the CDC's own panel of advisors. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This seems like mixed messaging. Break it down for us, Doc. Why is there so much disagreement on these boosters?
You know, guys, it's like fine-tuning something. So what does the science definitely tell us? It tells us that those that are over 65 that have high-risk medical problems are likely to benefit from the booster. But do we know whether somebody who has a high occupational exposure, who's probably young and healthy like a physician, do they really need a booster? So some of this is science and some of this is a little bit of art, because a lot of healthcare workers, frontline workers, they feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And so part of why she may have overturned the decision might have had to do with her playing to the sentiment of the people that are on the front lines that may be worried about their occupational exposure risk, may not be coming to work. I know hospitals are having trouble getting staffing.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Is it's not all science, it's also a little bit about the art. The other piece of this, however, is what are we trying to prevent? Are we trying to prevent those asymptomatic breakthrough infections like we saw on The View, or are we trying to prevent people from getting seriously ill? And that's where the disagreement comes. because the FDA, the CDC advisory panel said, let's keep people out of the hospital, and frontline workers aren't really getting in the hospital because they're usually young and healthy. But the CDC director is saying, let's stop the infections altogether.
I see. So two different goals almost. Interesting.
Well, I mean, I had a video visit with my doctor this morning, so this will be the second time I asked this question today. What are the recommendations with the booster? Just lay it out for us.
Yes, important, because we're the president, then
CDC,
the FDA, then the CDC.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Right.
So let's talk about it. 65 and above, you got Pfizer, go get that booster. Immunocompromised, go get that booster. If you're 50 to 65 and have a high-risk health problem, then you're going to go get that booster. If you're under 50 and have a chronic medical problem, that's where you talk to your doctor a little bit about risk and benefit. And now, based on the CDC director overturning, a frontline worker, whether that's a grocery store, a teacher, a postal worker, a doctor, go and get that Pfizer booster.
Interesting. Interesting. All
That's
right.
actually kind of catchy, though. I like that.
Go and
Over
get-
65, go get that
Go
booster.
get that booster.
Can we make a rap out
Yeah, I
of
was
it?
Give me a beat.
I've always said they need to like make a song that's catchy. I know they tried to do it with Back That Vax Up. Remember that?
Oh.
But I know I scared everybody. But yeah, I think a rap song would help.
I think anything that's catchy
Anything
will
catchy.
help. Anything. Dr. Coley, it's also cold and allergy season, as you can kind of hear. I'm more nasally than I usually am. I'm kind of nasally. A lot of our viewers, even some of us who work here, want to know, how do you tell the difference between symptoms of an allergy, a
That's a good
cold,
question.
and COVID, especially for people who are vaccinated? I freaked out. I went and got tested 30 times. What is some good clues that, oh, it's just allergies or a cold?
So allergies is kind of easy, right? And I usually say, think about your head up. So if your eyes are itchy, your nose is stuffy, your throat is scratchy, maybe you have a little headache, that's an allergy, but no systemic symptoms. So you're not having a fever, you're not having muscle aches or
Yeah,
pains.
that's interesting.
With the cold and the flu, it makes it a little bit harder to tell the difference, because you can have systemic involvement. So I would say if you have a fever, even if it's a low-grade fever, any muscle aches or pains, kind of fatigued or
Like
malaise, chills, anything that suggests that it's outside of just your head, definitely very important to go and get tested. But even for those that have allergies and it feels different than your usual allergies, go and get tested, because once you get vaccinated, your COVID may present itself just as kind of a stuffy head or a headache.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, this pandemic has been really tough for singles. Raise your hand out there if you're single. Anyway, I'm not single, but I'm just
that?
what? I'm not. I'm trying to encourage.
Well, we know
people
what
just-
raising our hand is.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
Your husband is watching.
All right, I'm very sorry. I love you, Brooks. We're trying to be responsible. But now the Oregon Health Department is telling people, if you're vaccinated and your date is vaccinated, it's okay to get intimate again. Doc?
Oh, I'm excited
Are
to
you
hear
got
what you guys
Oregon
think.
there? Oregon there? Okay, go ahead.
Or what?
Oregon there? It didn't work. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I still don't get it.
Like,
I
are you
don't-
gonna or go there? It was a terrible joke. Please, I'm so sorry.
I have a flight later, and I'm going to be sitting on the flight for 2 hours, Erica, saying, what did that mean?
I apologize.
Yes, and I'm going to text you with the Wi-Fi
You know what?
and be like,
I
did you
thought
figure
it was
that
some
out?
kind of sex joke.
I'm
that she
Me
was
too.
making.
I've ruined the segment, but please tell us what you think
What
about
does the Pacific Northwest have to do with... I don't get it.
Oregon is saying they can now have, and I'm saying, are you or go there?
So good news for all your single friends, guys. They can start to get intimate again if they're vaccinated. This is the power of the vaccine. It can allow you to touch, to hug, to kiss. And in fact, a lot of the dating sites are now putting it on there, whether somebody's vaccinated or not. And that's something people are swiping left or right based off of, is somebody else's vaccination status. So what do you guys think? I know you're all matched up, but if you have single friends, or if you were single, would that affect your decision to go on a date with somebody?
I need to
It would
see
be the
their-
only. It would be- yeah.
I'd need to see the
Absolute
vaccine.
deal breaker.
Absolutely. You, Erica?
Yeah, mainly because it tells you that you're on the same page with how you're treating your health either way.
Right.
So I think it does really limit, or it kind of puts you in two different categories, and I would go for the category that best represented my belief.
Right, and probably ideologically, it breaks down into other things as well. So
But
it's
let's say
probably-
you haven't checked it and you're about to have a moment. Will you say, oh, let me check your vaccination card?
1,000 million %.
I don't know
And I can
about
do it in a
that.
sexy way. Watch. Let me see your vax card.
But what if... That wasn't bad.
It wasn't good.
But would you really in the moment?
No question.
I just wouldn't
it's like
let
a
it get
condom.
there.
It's just like a condom. It is a layer of protection that is literally going to save a life.
I am with Tori on this. You really need to start doing that, because if you're out there and you're worried, and to Erica's point, to everybody's point, it's important to make sure the other person is vaccinated if you're going to get intimate with them, because otherwise the risk you know, to you, to them, to everybody is very high.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a question about kissing. Is that okay?
Can we
like kissing?
If
Yeah.
you're
Vaccinated?
she said.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
I don't know. It's just like when you're on a first date, you know, kissing is very intimate and it's mouth to mouth.
And I think you want consent and you want to say, can we kiss, but also consent for, do you have your vaccine card? I
Right.
think those are both important. Well, coming up on DBL, our interview with Jenna Kramer, how she's moving on with new music. Plus, yes, guys, she is addressing those Jay Cutler rumors, and we went there. And flight attendants are fighting back, how they're trying to take control over all the chaos with passengers in the sky.
Closed captioning provided by
Hi, so the joke was, are you going there?
Oh, Lord, we still talking
Okay, let's
about
move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I think,
Oh, go ahead, please. Please.
no, I was going to say about, excuse me. Sure.
Oh, well, I'll step up, Erica.
I'm glad flight attendants are doing something. I'm glad because I'm sick of this sky rage. They should be banned from the FAA no-fly list. Enough of this. You're gonna act like a kid, you get punished like a child. Enough.
Why is, like, where did this come from? Do you think people just do things until
Yo.
there's a huge
Spoiler alert. We're about to talk about this.
Oh, good call.
We got to talk about what we already talked about so we don't say the same things.
Oh, good point.
Look how cool
Twice.
Erica looks, you guys. She looks like she's on Star Trek.
You do.
Looks like
Is that this?
Like a counselor on Star
I
Trek.
don't know. I don't know.
Princess Leia, maybe if we put her hair
You know,
off to the side.
I wonder what they did
The,
for mental health on Star Trek because you're stuck on the ship.
So The View had a breakthrough case, or two breakthrough cases. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of people use breakthrough cases as their, like, jumping off point for why they don't want to get the vaccine because you can still get COVID.
So hot.
Let me just be super duper clear. And I'm at the point where I'm like, God bless. But every time we're having this conversation, and I've been to a lot of funerals, and I'm about to go to another one, okay? You do not realize how severe this is until you have to realize how severe this is. I should not be going to a funeral of a 45-year-old because she wasn't vaccinated. Like, we are seriously at a point where I'm like, I get it. Your body, your choice. But let me tell you how bleeped up it is to be close to somebody that you know for a fact could still be alive for her 2 children had she just gotten the vaccine. I would rather get a call to say, hey, Erica, leave the set because you have a breakthrough case, and me being like, what, me? Than being on a ventilator and having to deal with that.
Welcome back to DBL. It seems like every week we have another crazy video of people freaking out while flying. Am I right? Well, now a group representing flight attendants are telling members about the unprecedented air rage to Congress, and they're asking for help. They even made some suggestions like banning to-go alcohol sales at airports. They also suggested airlines share their own internal no-fly lists with other airlines so banned passengers don't disrupt other flights. We have Dr. Coley here to also discuss this because it's a real, I don't want to make light of this, but epidemic in the sky that's going on, this rage situation. Do you think it's all due to COVID, or what do you think?
I don't think. I mean, I think there's something psychological about, for example, road rage. When you're sitting behind a glass, a mirror, you behave in a way that you wouldn't otherwise behave in somebody that was right in front of you. And I think for some reason flying is that you're out of your zone, you're in a different environment. And I think the polarization of the mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine really gets amplified because you get a representation of people in a small space that wouldn't necessarily normally congregate in the same space from different parts of the country. So I remember I was flying a few weeks ago, I had somebody sitting next to me and he kept staring at me because I had a double mask on, you know, and the Delta cases were really high, and he had to cough. And he took his mask down and he turned towards me and he coughed. And I was about to ring that button and call the flight attendant, but then I was like worried because I said this person looks like, again, stereotyping. But the fact that he did that, it may become a bigger problem, and so I just kind of turned to the window and tried not to breathe for a few seconds. But that kind of road rage, flight rage, whatever you want to call it, it's real, and I don't think it's all COVID. I think some of it is our behavior, our psychology.
Well, Erica, why is it happening more now? Sorry to get on you, but I'm just like, why aren't they making, to me, the regulation should be banned. FAA, no fly list on all airlines. If you're going to act like a kid up there, you get consequences. What do you think, Erica?
I'm still stuck on the fact that this man removed his mask in order to cough in your direction. Like, I would be on the no-fly list because it would have been on and popping right in that moment.
That's what it was meant to do.
Seriously, that is crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you because that's absolutely insane. I'm just surprised that it's not a federal regulation or a federal mandate of some type. And I'm also surprised that there hasn't been the sharing of this internal fly list because I'm also quite certain that there is going to be a certain percentage of people who are on multiple lists. So at that point, it's about the health and the safety of the greater public, and that needs to be addressed.
I mean, what if we found out that somebody caused something bad to happen on a plane? They caused some kind of riot that took the plane down, and then we found out they were on 3 no-fly lists on 3 other different airlines.
Great point.
How terrible would that look?
And how much liability?
Great point, you guys. Wow, good discussion. If you're one of those people, stop. Coming up on DBL, Jenna Kramer opens up about new music and moving on from divorce.
I think the stop should do it.
I think I did it. I think I stopped the air rage.
So we
That's
saved
next
this.
in Chatting with the Stars.
Knock it off.
Woo-hoo.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
Typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
I'm fighting voices in my head telling me that I'm not enough, I'm not pretty and I'm broken, I'm not worthy of love. Voices in my head telling me that I should give up. I'm fighting voices in my head.
I so relate to Voices in my head. Welcome back to DBL. That was a snippet of Jenna Kramer's new song Voices. It just dropped today. Recently, she's become the woman that tabloids just can't get enough of, especially when it comes to her love life. Well, earlier, we spoke with Jenna about her music and some of those rumors, and she hit every one of them. That's today's Chatting with the Stars.
Jenna, thank God you have your music because I know it's been very cathartic for you. In fact, a number of our viewers have written in. You've been public about your divorce from your husband that happened a couple months ago, but you have said that writing and that particular song helped you through it. Can you elaborate a little bit more about that?
First of all, thank you for having me. But I think after going through something like that, it's very easy to listen to those negative voices. And, I've always struggled with things that people say and letting it affect me. But I think the worst critic out there is myself. And so, when my husband and stuff, those things happen, I'm like, oh, that must mean that like I'm not enough. And I think just trying to like get that narrative out of my head and say, no, I am enough. I am worthy. I do deserve love. It's just, that just wasn't the right one, as much as that was, as hard as that was.
Jenna, I have a follow-up question on that, but before I get there, my wife is a huge fan of yours, and one of my favorite shows is Friday Night Lights, and I got her to watch it because you were in there. So thank you for that. During the pandemic, she started watching that, so I just wanted to get that in there. Big fan. But to go back to your husband, we had you guys on the show together. You went through a lot. He even went to rehab for that sex addiction. What is the biggest lesson, Jenna, that you learned, that you're taking moving forward in your life with what you went through?
I wish I would have listened to my gut. I think I knew all along what was maybe going on, and I just was too afraid to walk through that, because there's a lot of things looking back that I'm like, why did I stay in something that was so harmful to me and toxic? So I definitely am going to value myself more in the next relationship.
We're glad to see you're doing well. Now, recently on your podcast, you talked about being on a date with Jay Cutler, and you ran into your ex while he was on a date. Super awkward. Now, like looking back on it, are you like, I should have just left that night, or like, how did you handle it, and how do you wish you'd handled it?
I feel like I had definitely a hunch that he was going to be there. And it was kind of like ripping the Band-Aid. Like a part of me is like, man, I wish I wouldn't have gone. But at the same time, it's like, okay, Band-Aid's been ripped.
Yeah.
We've all been out at the same place now. And I will say I'm happy with how we both handled it, because he was very cordial. I was very cordial. We had a few laughs, but leaving, I'm not going to lie, I definitely went home and had a good cry with my girlfriends. It was a very surreal, weird feeling, but now that the Band-Aid's been ripped, hopefully it won't be that emotional.
All right, for your date with Jay Cutler, because some people say you were specifically friends with his ex-wife, Kristen Cavallari, but is that actually true? And we want to know it from your mouth.
We have been friendly in the past, but for me, we did a movie together a long time ago, and I respect her, but she's not in my circle of friends.
Clear that up.
I love that. And
Cleared
it's just,
it up.
again, I always say people toss the F word around a lot, and that F word is friends. I'm like, you should only have 2 or 3 friends in your life.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I've learned too. It's like I'm friendly with a lot of people. I support women. I support I support people in this community. And so I used to throw the best friend word around a lot, but no, I mean, I know who my friends are, and that's all I'm saying. I know who my friends are.
Jenna, we appreciate your candidness, your open heart, and you are helping people. Your music will continue to help people. So a reminder to our DBL Nation, Voices is dropping, and check out her podcast, Wind Down with Jenna Kramer. Thank you so much, Jenna. We appreciate you. Have a great day.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all too. Have a good day.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verified. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder, writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in 2 parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these 3 experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. the extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Hey everyone, welcome back to DBL. There's good news for people committed to a fitness routine who are not losing weight, and we're chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness, presented by QB. Although weight loss may increase your lifespan, new research suggests that more focus should actually be placed on physical activity versus weight loss.
Absolutely.
Yes, experts say shifting goals from pounds to practice is more beneficial when it comes to living longer. This can mean that fat can be fit, because healthy bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more. Thanks for staying with us today. We're grateful as always. See you Monday. Bye, guys.
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet, and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, "In some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor, and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error." It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
COVID questions answered by our medical expert. From who gets the booster shots first to how to tell when your symptoms are just allergies. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live with a friend, of course. Then Dancing with the Stars judge Derek Huff weighs in on this year's controversial contestants. And new scenes of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Is she already the Oscar frontrunner?
Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham. No.
Nope.
Y'all just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Dr. Coley. All right, so you got to see what just happened live on The View today. Take a look.
Two of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
we're going to bring
Sunny
you back later.
have to leave.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the Vice President?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vice President, no.
Nope.
Okay, shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance. What happened is that Sunny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated.
Wow. Well, luckily we have Dr. Coley on the panel. What did you think of this?
You know, two things came to mind. The first is thank God that they were vaccinated because they didn't even know they had COVID. If they had not been vaccinated, they probably would have been home. God forbid they would have been sick in the hospital. But the second piece of this is really begs the question of, are we doing enough testing? I mean, when fully vaccinated people go out there, they feel so comfortable. We don't do surveillance testing, which is looking for trouble in asymptomatic people. Do we need to do that? I mean, one of us sitting up here today could have COVID and not realize it because we're feeling fine, just like that person on The View.
Do you think because of that we're going to start seeing more breakthrough cases?
I think we're underdiagnosing the breakthrough cases, Sam, but you know, the boosters are going to change the whole trajectory of the breakthrough cases. So if all the Americans that are now eligible go and get boosters, we're actually probably going to see a drop-off in the breakthrough cases. We're also seeing Delta activity go down now, which is a real silver lining. I feel like we've gone over that peak, and for the last 7 out of 8 days, we have seen the cases go down. So I think the breakthrough cases are going to go down, but I think they might do some of this over the next few months.
Okay, guys, prompter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got to talk. Sorry, Jeff, please chime in. There's another question scripted for me, but go ahead, chime in.
No, I was trying to help you out.
I know the prompter is stuck, but that's live TV for you,
On
right?
with the show.
Okay, so let's talk about, you mentioned the boosters, but there's a lot of confusion. A lot of our viewers are writing in. They don't understand because you have, with the headlines in the booster shots, prompter, I'm about to freak out. I know that technical difficulties happen, but it's okay. So according to the CDC, here, I'm just going to read from my card. Okay, so according to the CDC,
the recommendation from the CDC's
is, so the mixed messaging is you have the panel, right? The panel there saying, the CDC panel saying, we are not going to authorize this, but then you have the director overriding that? Am I even getting that right?
So let me explain what happened. The White House said everybody gets boosters. The FDA said no, only certain people, those at high risk, those that are older, and those with occupational exposure. The CDC panel said, man, take out the occupational exposure. Don't worry about it. The CDC director overrides that and says, nope, I'm going to stick with what the FDA said. So I'm getting whiplash. I don't know about you guys, but there has been a lot of back and forth. So let's talk about why. I think they're trying to prevent two different things. So if you're trying to prevent any infection anywhere, that really makes it widespread use of boosters. It makes the case for that, right? And so then you side with the president, maybe what the FDA panel said. But if you're only trying to prevent the most severe infections, then it's just the older people and those with underlying medical problems. And that's where the mixed messaging is coming in. But I am really worried about the implications of this. We're repeating the same mistake we made early in the pandemic with the masks. Some people saying this, some people saying that. What is the average person going to do? Get confused about whether they're eligible. What is the average pharmacist going to do? Not know, is this person high risk? Does moderate asthma qualify as high risk? How about working, as a bus driver? Is that high risk? So it just leaves a lot of room for interpretation, which I think was intentional, but I think it's going to confuse people.
Doc, can I just say what a pro, rolling with the punches, production-wise? Way to go, way to go.
You would think that she's been in TV for like 40 years.
So great, so great. So what are the recommendations, Doc, simply?
So who must get a Pfizer booster? Now, this is Pfizer only. Moderna, J&J, we have to wait. Who must get a Pfizer booster? If you're over 65, you have to go get it. Go get it. It's going to be available next week. If you're 50 to 65 and have some kind of chronic health problems, then you should think about getting it as well. And then those who are under 50 with chronic health problems or those who are high risk of exposure, that's kind of the gray zone. That's where you use your judgment, you talk to your doctor, you talk about the risks of getting the booster versus the benefits, and that's how you make the decision.
Wait, you said in the beginning quickly, Moderna, what'd you say, which two? J&J and Moderna shouldn't get or they should get?
Should not, because we have to wait. Because this data is only specific to Pfizer. So I'm glad you asked me that, because a lot of people are thinking that it means for everybody these guidelines. These are Pfizer-specific guidelines, you only.
So I need the booster.
So let's talk about that. So do you qualify as one of those groups? So you're under the age of 50, you don't have any medical problems, but I would say you have high occupational exposure because you're coming in and out of the studio every day, or coming in contact with a lot of people. So I would recommend the booster for somebody like you, and you're more than 6 months out.
I hijacked that, see, for personal reasons. Thank you, though, thank you. It's great advice.
Erica, do you want to take this next question?
Yes, it's cold and flu season, and allergy season, and a lot of people, I know myself included, I've coughed, I've sneezed, all the things, because you can't be coughing and sneezing in public, all right? That's like you get banned.
People run away from you.
Yeah, so we want to know the difference in symptoms, and also if we're experiencing some of these things, is it time to at least get a check and maybe get a COVID test?
Yes, on the test. I can't say that enough. The other piece of it is we're right at the right time for the flu shot, you guys. So let's all pick a date next week. We're all going to go get it together and commit to it.
Can we just come to you?
Maybe we'll give it on air.
Do it.
Should I bring him in here?
Yes.
Okay.
I need that one, the quad one that you were talking about.
The quadrivalent?
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Drew used to give me flu shots on air when I used to host with Dr. Drew, and I loved it because it was like killing, I hate this saying, but killing two birds with one stone. I'm hosting a show, I get my flu shot, it was perfect.
But then you guys have to give me feedback on my injection technique. Was it good? Was it too fast? Was it too hard?
Actually, we're making this an official thing, because here's the thing. A lot of people aren't being absolutely 100 about not getting the vaccine because they're scared of needles.
Right.
So I would love to get a flu shot. I'm sick of going to funerals, Dr. Coley. Yeah. I'm sick of it. And it really feels different in a pre-vaccine world versus a post-vaccine world, because now it's like, why am I sitting here, and why are we all sitting here mourning someone when this was so preventable? Right. So yes, I would like to just go ahead and do that. And keep in mind, I'm very much, your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. But when all your friends and family have to fly out, like I do next week for another funeral, and I've been to 7 at this point in the past year and a half.
Wow.
You don't really understand what it is until you have to understand what it is. But when you have to understand what it is, your mother's looking at you behind an observation window, and you're dying by yourself. So I just want anyone who's on the fence, that movable middle that we talk about so often, don't put your family and friends in the situation, because I feel really differently about these funerals than I did the funerals before. And I'm actually having a hierarchy for funerals, and that is messed up. So please, if you're thinking about it, get the vaccine, please.
Wow, that's personal. Thank you, Erica. I love you.
Thank you, Sam.
Coming up on DBL, a brand new look at Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana. Does she live up to the Oscar hype? Plus, ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live. What does he have up his sleeve this time? And flight attendants are fighting back. How they're trying to take control over all the chaos that we are seeing with passengers. That's coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
Jeff, one question I'm getting a lot is now what is going to be the definition of fully vaccinated?
Yeah.
Is it going to mean those 3 doses? So if you're over 65 and you got 2 doses, does that mean you're not fully vaccinated? What do you think?
I'm confused because, so obviously I've done a full disclosure, I'm vaccinated and I got Pfizer, so you're recommending I get the booster, but is this a yearly thing now? Is this going to be like the flu shot?
Very likely so, because the coronavirus is the family of viruses that causes colds, and we know that the immunity goes down over time, so I'm pretty sure you'll be getting this every year. But the question is, if you needed to travel or you needed to come to work, now that our job is requiring full vaccination, would that mean 2 doses or 3 doses? Does that mean the boosters, or does that mean just the initial vaccination?
So so that would, I would say fully vaccinated for me specifically in Pfizer would be the booster as well.
That's right. So really it's going to change the definition of fully vaccinated, because it used to be the one and done J&J.
Right.
But now J&J needs a booster. It used to be the 2 Moderna or Pfizer shots, but now certain people need a booster.
Because it's working our way through, it's working itself out of our system.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for that,
Aren't you guys excited? A really smart doctor.
Oh, Tori's here.
Holy, well done. Rolling through the world.
I actually complimented Tori on the color of her shirt today.
But not the design.
No, I do like the design.
Someone wrote in and said, I'm hypnotized by Tori's shirt. I hope that's true.
Is that, I have a sweatshirt that's that color and I really like it.
That was my bad.
Wait.
No, it's my bad.
Graceful Tori getting in her
I
chair.
hurt myself so bad right now. It wasn't David's fault, it was mine. So I'm trying it, right? I'm trying out this look. Turns out the producers think it's quite, quote, too busy.
Is that royal blue?
I think it's an,
Welcome back to DBL. Miss Tori is here.
Hello.
The camera was not on you, but you can do it again.
Hello.
Okay. It seems like every week we have yet another crazy video of people freaking out while flying. Well, now a group representing flight attendants are telling members of Congress about the unprecedented air rage, and they're asking for help. They even made some suggestions like banning to-go alcohol sales at airports. They also suggested airlines share their own internal no-fly lists with other airlines so banned passengers don't disrupt other flights. Jeff, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I thought they already did that. I thought that, I can't believe that you could get off on a technicality and you could act a fool on 5 different airlines till you completely ban. There needs to be a lesson. We've said this all the time repeatedly on the show. If you act like that, there needs to be repercussions, and that's not flying on a different airline. It means not flying. So you have to go wherever you have to go by train or by bus, and you might think twice about doing that the next time. So whether it be a year ban, 5-year, lifetime ban, we have to start putting these in place.
I am completely shocked that the airlines don't share the information of who's on the ban list between each other. It would almost seem like that's a liability. And also, I'm very interested to know what percentage of people are on multiple lists.
Right. I would also like to know that. And just to speak for the flight attendants out there, there's no support. Like what, cops come on, they take them, like they're in a tube up in the air trapped, and they are fearing for their lives at this point. Someone's got to say this is a federal ban. You want to look like a child, act like a child, you get consequences like a child.
But I don't know if it should be that extreme, because we have seen, even though I'm not speaking for all flight attendants, the vast majority of flight attendants, they're there to save your life.
Right.
They're not there to serve you drinks, right? And they do get abused. I'm with you. But there also is a slippery slope. We've talked about some of those flights where, there's a woman breastfeeding. They tell her to stop breastfeeding, and then it turns into turmoil. So I just want there to be some oversight, just to protect everything, to protect the flight attendants, to protect the passengers. And I just want to all your points. There's been 4,300 incidents in 2021 so far. Now, over 3,000 of those very 4,000 incidents involved refusing to wear a mask. So that's where the majority of incidents are coming from.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
All right, coming up on DBL, friend of the show, Jeff Dunham, is here live. Oh my gosh, there he is. Do not go away, folks, because we are talking with him. And of course, Peanut coming up next.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
Typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
So look, I know a lot of you folks are here on purpose this evening. You knew what the show was. You purchased the tickets. Thanks for coming. Sailors were sitting at home going, there's nothing on TV. Let's get drunk, go to that puppet show. So, yes, I make a living talking to myself, which means some forms of mental illness actually pay off. Oh, you're applauding at that. You're a sick crowd. I like it already.
That's hilarious. Welcome back to DBL. That was, of course, the very funny comedian, ventriloquist, and friend of the show, Jeff Dunham. And Peanut, hello. Good to see you both.
Good to see you guys too, and thanks a lot for showing a clip that had nothing to do with the star of this segment. Thank you.
It's okay, Peanut. Luckily, you're going to be a part of this interview, and you seem pretty amped up. So what are you most excited about today?
Oh, the fact that I get to talk to you guys, that's it. And also, I just got 6 booster shots. Thank you very much. 6 of them. 6.
Oh, no. Did I also hear that you have...
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm not sick, and Jeff and I don't have to be 6 feet away. No more of that stuff. It's great. It's fantastic. It's great.
And you guys are going to be going back on the road. Is Peanut allowed to go back on the road with you, or does that depend?
Excuse me. Tori, there is no show without
Sam.
me.
Peanut?
I don't know how in the world.
Peanut? My name is Sam. That's Tori.
You think Jeff can do this by himself? What?
Oh, that's hilarious.
What did I say? What happened? What happened? I missed it.
Oh, you said Tori instead of Sam, but it's okay.
You know what, though, Peanut? That's quite the compliment. You can compare me to Tori any day.
I'll take that as well.
Tori is going to clip that.
You know what I'm most shocked about on this show? I am most shocked that you guys use a teleprompter. I saw that at the beginning. I thought everything was off the top of your head.
I wish.
I'm ruined now.
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
Oh, man.
Well, Peanut, no shade, but...
I love the fact that you're all going to get your flu shots together. You're doing drugs on the air. That's fantastic.
You know, it ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
That's right.
Peanut, yeah, I don't, no disrespect, no shade, but I have a question for Jeff real quick. So Jeff, because your innovation is unmatched, so we've seen you pull off multiple characters at a time and along with your own dialogue and expression. So tell us, how much is going through your head at all times?
You know, it is, but it's one of those things that I'm doing a whole lot at the same time. No, it's not. It's just it's just sad. No, there's acting for me. There's acting for the character. I'm having to manipulate the character at the same time. So there is a lot going on. No, it's just forget it. It's all the jokes. It's all me, and that's why we're here, and we all know that.
That's amazing. All right, wait, I do want you to tell us how you get your inception of making one of your characters. Like, do you take acid? Like, what's going on to get you to get Peanut? Well, he is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can say that on daytime
Well,
TV.
I just did. So, Jeff, tell me how you have the inception for making one of your characters.
It's crack. He does crack.
Rolling with the punches.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah, no, come on, look at me. You think there's any weed being passed around in college? What do you think? I do build the dummies myself. Peanut is actually the only one of my characters that I didn't make because he's more of a Muppet. But the other dummies like Peanut, like Walter and Bubba J and Ahmed the Dead Terrorist, and that's comedy, a dead terrorist. That's his thinking. It's great. Yeah. But I build all those guys myself, and I build them right here in the garage. This is actually his living room. It's so sad.
Jeff, could you tell us a little bit more about the event you have coming up? And Peanut, you could chime in too.
Oh, sure. So we have something called Rush Ticks. Rush Ticks, yeah. So what this is, it's going to be a live virtual event, and it's going to take place in my house, in my office, here in the garage, and people can buy tickets to it. It's going to be about an hour and a half long. We're not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but they can interact. They can actually go and ask questions with me on camera, and then the people can also send in questions. We'll answer some of those, and they'll get to talk to whatever character they want to. Peanut's going to be there. Walter's going to be there. A new guy named Earl is going to be there. Earl spelled U-R-L. He's a little too attached to his phone. That's the new guy in the show. And it's rushtix.com/Jeff Dunham. And we're doing it Tuesday. And it's going to be live at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And it's just going to be fun and different and a way to interact with the fans and see things that nobody gets to see. That sounds disgusting. Right. Yeah.
You know what I love is just imagining what goes down in your household, because I know that you have 2 sons, you're a grandfather, you just became a grandfather. Congratulations. I know your wife is very entrepreneurial. She has a blog. In fact, I believe it's vegan recipes. I'm a vegan. Were you vegan before Audrey? And what's your favorite dish that she makes for you?
No, she became vegan, 100% vegan during the pandemic, which guess what? Does that make me vegan? No. It makes me vegan only if I want to eat in our house. So, but no, I do eat very healthfully and vegan-ish about 99% of the time. Until at night, then he and I sneak out and get cheeseburgers. No, we don't.
Oh my God, I wonder if he dreams in ventriloquism. I do want to ask you this. Ventriloquists have been around for years, but nobody has ever played to arenas with 8,000 to 10,000 people. We were just talking about it when we saw your shot there. How do you explain the phenomena? Are you that good?
Well, because he dreams as a talk show host. I don't know what that means. You know what? I think it's because of honestly, I've done this since the 3rd grade, and if you've done anything since the 3rd grade and you haven't succeeded, it's time to quit doing that thing, right? Yeah. But it's just the loyal fans. It's doing 20 years of comedy clubs, then it turns into theaters, and then it turned into the big arenas, and it's just the fans. And I think it's also because I grew up in Texas, and I kind of learned how to perform for very general audiences, Cub Scout banquets, shows at church, the talent shows at school. And I think if you do enough shows in front of enough audiences, you kind of get a sense of what makes majority people laugh. And also, I try and introduce new material and new characters all the time and just keep the show moving and people keep coming back. Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
I I love it. You are the example of if you love what you do, it's not work.
100%.
We absolutely appreciate you, Jeff. It's so great to see you and to our DBL Nation. And of course, Peanut too. Head to rushtix.com/Jeff Dunham to get your tickets to Tuesday's show. He's also going on tour, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much, Jeff. Bye, Peanut.
Bye, Peanut.
Thank you, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verify. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in two parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these three experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online, watch on YouTube, dailybosslive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Derek Huff will be here live, what he thinks about this year's controversial Dancing with the Stars contestants, and another glimpse of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Does she pull off the accent?
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, in some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error. It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys. Let's figure out how to make this happen and how to make these people whole. This should be the last thing that they have to worry about.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
No.
Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Tori. All right, so we are getting another look at the highly anticipated movie about Princess Diana called Spencer. This time we get to actually hear Kristen Stewart as a late princess. Tori, I want you to watch.
Okay,
Tori's doing her makeup because you know what, Tori? You were critical.
Oh, I've seen it.
You were critical.
I am, but
here we
her
go.
voice is fantastic.
Oh, okay.
There's no hope for me. Not with them. Fight them. You are your own weapon. Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh, that gave me chills. Here's a look at Kristen next to Princess Di, and we get to see Charles, played by English actor Jack Farthing. And the Queen also makes an appearance. Here's a look at the actress playing her next to the real Queen. Gotta go back to Tori, because I remember how critical you were of Kristen Stewart. Now what do you think?
Brilliant accent work, but I will say this. Again, nothing but iciness comes off of Kristen Stewart for me. And maybe that's just because I was born in that Twilight era. None of the warmth of Diana comes off the screen. None of it. It still looks a little icy to me. The accent was perfection. The precision was correct. But I just don't feel that undeniable it factor that is I'm the people's princess. It still feels cold.
Could you be conflating your bias for the actress? Because
No, of course I am.
You have some feelings about that.
No, of course I am.
I'm
That's the only
wondering,
reason
though.
I'm combining is because she seems so, her persona is always, I'm too cool for school. So to put her as Diana.
You think she's...
No, that's Kristen Stewart on the red carpet. She's always just like,
don't think she's too cool for school. I see her as more introverted and awkward, which a lot of people also attributed to Princess Di.
Fair.
But also, doesn't it kind of come down to the moment as well? This is like a very controversial snapshot in time. So the idea that she's maybe coming off as a little standoffish and a little colder might be appropriate for the actual era that they're capturing.
But the difference between the royal family, and I hear you, and Diana was like hot fire and ice. And to me, they all feel kind of icy. Again, this is just the preview. But what you want to see is she should stand out in a way. She's just a different human being than the royals. And I didn't really feel that 100%.
I'm going to ask a silly question here.
Oh, good.
And probably I'm stupid. What does Spencer mean? Why is it called Spencer? Name. There you go.
That's good. All right. Karen, our producer's clapping.
I knew I should have asked that off camera. I knew.
That was great.
No, we keep it real here, right?
We sure do. Thank you.
Supermodel Linda Evangelista is suing for $50 million after a cosmetic procedure allegedly left her body disfigured. Now, Linda rose to fame in the 80s and 90s with fellow models. You remember Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington, but hasn't booked any modeling gigs in years. So she was spotted at an airport back in 2017, but has remained out of the public eye. That's because she says she was left, quote, brutally disfigured after a cool sculpting cosmetic procedure on her chin, back, thighs, and stomach. It also claims she wasn't made aware of a rare side effect from the treatment that enlarged her fat cells rather than shrinking them. On Instagram, she said her body is now, quote, permanently deformed, and the lawsuit is a way for her to share her story and rid herself of the shame. This breaks my heart, and then having to deal with it so publicly.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the catalyst for a lot of other people to come forward. This has never been a secret when it comes to procedures like this. I'm not saying this one specifically, but these types of procedures became so pedestrian that you could like get a full set and go in the back of a nail salon and get these things done. I've heard about this, and I think that a lot of people are sitting in a lot of shame because they don't want to admit that they actually had the procedure done and they had less than stellar or even disfiguring results. But by her coming forward, I think it's going to open the door to a lot of other people being honest about what happened to them, because some people, as opposed to the fat cells dissipating or whatever they were supposed to do, they hardened and they had to get plastic surgery to reverse it, if they could reverse it at all. Wow. So I'm glad that she's speaking out, and I think that other people are going to as well.
3 words, class action lawsuit too. She's doing a specific cool sculpt, and I wonder if there's more people that have been disfigured because of that, and if that's true, you're going to just see the lawsuit grow and grow and grow.
I was just going to button it with, you know, cosmetic procedures, I know it helps a lot of people, and I'm all for it. Trust me. I just want people to really do their due diligence. Yeah. We all know what happened to Kanye West's mom. He still to this day blames himself, which is heartbreaking. Kanye West's mom died from her procedures of liposuction and breast reduction, and she didn't die on the operating table. I say that respectfully. She died when she went home because there was an eval. Like in certain states, you have to have a medical evaluation before they let you out. Kanye, in his mind, was like, what if I was in a different state? And that's a lot of burden for anybody to deal with, whether it's physically and personally, like Linda Evangelista, or whether it's a family member. So I just want everybody to remember, a procedure is still a procedure, whether it's elected or not. So just remember that and do your due diligence the best you can.
Well said, Sam.
All right, so get ready, all you cool cats and kittens. Tiger King is coming back. I know Tori's excited. So Netflix announced. I just can't be cool for the life of me.
You are cool.
I am not. Netflix announced that Tiger King 2 will be released this year with a picture of Joe Exotic on a phone from jail. So Joe, of course, we all know, is serving 22 years for animal cruelty and for a botched murder for hire plot against his nemesis, Carol Baskin. Speaking of which, Carol says she isn't happy about the sequel. In fact, she told Variety the original was a, quote, reality show dumpster fire, but she will watch Tiger King 2 just so she can inform the public on how they are being misled. Interesting.
I mean, I interviewed her and she kept saying the Tiger King told me they were going to do one thing and they totally flipped it. Whether it was editing or footage, she thought she was going to be teaching about conservatorship and all that. Now, I don't know how much of that is true because she also went on Dancing with the Stars and she's trying to get herself known for other things, but she clearly felt that she was duped by Tiger King producers.
I don't think this is going to get as much traction as people think, right? The first one was lightning in a bottle. It's right when COVID started. It's right when we had a lockdown. It was just craziness that we haven't seen, and everyone was at home doing nothing, drinking wine, and they're like, did you see Tiger King? It's insane. You have to watch it. I don't think that many people are invested. They're going to hear this guy from jail. She's going to say it's all fluff anyway. I'm not that interested in it. I'm done with the Tiger King.
I wonder if they will have a different twist, though, or are they just only going to be following him?
Because he seems to be the pull, right? Everyone wants to hear about him, and she's trying to teach about the cats.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both characters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. All right, well, we will be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today, we honor MJ Rodriguez, best known for her role in Pose.
When was the last time you were truly surprised by something in your life?
She is the first trans woman to receive an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. In 2018, she won the Hispanic Heritage Special Trailblazer Award. The actress continues to push artistic boundaries both on and off the screen, inspiring a whole generation of trans and non-binary artists through her incredible and diverse work. Closed captioning provided by
I'd color that.
Hi, everybody. We are reading some of what you guys are saying. Some of you can't believe I asked Jeff Dunham. Okay, we're just finding out something from our earpiece. Okay, thank you, Jody. So, a lot of you wrote in saying...
We don't have Derek Huff, that's what they were telling us.
That's right.
But hopefully we get him.
Hopefully we get him, because I'll be huffing mad.
Okay, go away.
No, don't, Tiffany. I want to say, Scott said, I can't believe you said that, did Jeff take acid? And then he said, I bet you're a lot of fun to drink with. And I think that's true. Do you agree with that?
He said that?
Yeah, no, Scott did, this guy who wrote in.
Oh. Yeah, but she doesn't pick up the tab.
Yes,
though,
I do.
Scott.
Yeah, I do. Don't believe that. At the same time, I also want to say...
Go to Kelly's face off camera.
Yeah. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's developing throughout the... Okay, so I put some self-tanner on this morning and it's been developing like throughout the day. I've been getting tanner and tanner throughout the day. It's a little too much.
You look like you stepped off the beaches of Mexico.
She does. You look really beautiful.
But it is developing more and more from what
Donnie says, I agree with Tori about the, why can I ever find it? The Kristen Stewart. It just comes across, I promise you I'm not lying what he said, but he did say it.
It's official?
Not here right now. Trying to get him for the next block. We're gonna do a story here.
Anyway, how many of you write in? How many of you really knew that Spencer
Mario Brothers
was definitely her last name? Did anyone know Earl of Spencer? Spencer, Lady Diana Spencer, her brother Spencers, the Spencers. Huh? Okay. Here it is. I'm with Tori, and no, it's not about the actress. Sorry, Erica. It just seems dull. I also feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, doesn't it feel like it's being filmed on like an old 80s film? It feels like different film to me, like a different aspect ratio. Any nerds out there, let me know. It feels like soap opera-y from the 80s.
Well, it looks like Jessica Rabbit is getting a makeover. Disneyland's Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin ride is reimagining Jessica as a private eye and is covering her up in a trench coat. Here's Jessica from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and then the new version, okay? So you see it. Well, it got a lot of people upset on Twitter. One wrote, why does Disney hate sexy people? Leave Jessica Rabbit alone. And in Jessica's defense, another person quoted a line from the movie writing, she's not bad, she's just drawn that way.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think about this change?
I think it's, go ahead, Erica, please.
I think it really just goes to show you that if you sexy, there's nothing that you can put on your body that's gonna cover that up.
She looks good no matter
she
what.
Looks hot no matter what.
In the trench. I don't know. To me, she's like Breathless Mahoney. If you ever watch Roger Rabbit, she's a cocktail singer who finds things and gives out little clues and stuff like that. What's interesting to me is now you cover up and she's a private eye, you're just changing the character. She was always about being a sexy Jessica Rabbit. She was always about being a singer. I have no issue with her outfit. She was confident. She was consensual. I have no issue. So I don't know why they changed it, and I think it's stupid.
I think it's a little odd that, because I didn't even know that this ride existed because I go to Disneyland all the time. But when I now know that it's in Toontown, Toontown is like for 3 and under.
Yeah.
There's like no rides. I guess there's this Roger Rabbit ride. I looked up the ride. It's literally, you see the line and it's like babies and 2-year-olds. So perhaps they're just trying to make it more baby friendly because you don't see any cartoons with seductively dressed.
I would just say hardcore Disney fans sometimes go to Disneyland and want to see like the original tunes. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. That's like, there's a real group of people out there who want to see the original.
That's a little odd because aren't babies the most used to seeing Those attributes?
Yeah, they see them as feeding tools.
Yeah,
You're right, Erica. But I don't know. I mean, it's not even a ride that people know about.
It's not a cool ride.
That's what Sam's mad about.
She is.
She's like, I've never seen this ride.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's good.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
The typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like. You can bet I know every line.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. That was a clip from Dancing with the Stars, and we have one of the judges with us here live today, star in his own right, Derek. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing? Good to have you back.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, we gotta talk about who's stirring up the most controversy this season. We've been covering it on the show, and our viewers, well, they have an opinion. So we want to ask you directly about Olivia Jade. What would you tell our viewers in regard to giving her a second chance, or not?
Here's the thing. I think what's bad is always available, but so is what's good. And where our focus goes, our energy flows. So why not focus on what's good in this world and in each other? I think that we do a lot better doing that in general. And I feel like for me, it's a beautiful thing to be able to give people. I think in our life's journey, the most pivotal point that we all experience in our lives is redemption. And we all experience that. And I would love for somebody to offer me some grace. And so why not?
Oh my gosh, what a lovely thing to say.
I love that,
oh my
Derek.
gosh.
I love that. We also saw some serious talent from JoJo Siwa on the dance floor. But how did she get the highest score of the night? Viewers want to know, even though her partner stumbled.
You know what? I think because the rest of it was just so good. I don't know. I know for me personally, I gave her, I think I didn't score her the highest for me personally. I think I can't remember who it was that I gave the highest score for, but by the way, can we just talk about how she handled that?
Yeah.
She dropped, Jenna fell, Jenna's the pro, and she went, picked her right back up and carried on like a true pro. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive.
Is there a big difference, Derek? I wanted to know of being the lead in this situation and not being the lead if you're used to one or the other.
It goes back and forth. I think that, being the leader or the follower, it ebbs and flows. There's moments where, whomever's, traveling forward is leading. their energy's leading you. So it's never, you always hear the man's the leader or things like that. And that's just honestly not the case. When you actually get into the detail and actually get into the minutia of dancing, it's very collaborative, and it's an ebb and flow where you lead and follow each other throughout the dance floor. So that's so for me, it doesn't really make any difference, what sort of sex you're dancing with. It's still the exact same process.
The first person to answer that question, by the way.
Good answer, Derek. All right, I got to talk to you because I follow you and all this video stuff, and your videos are incredible. And I'm serious, if you haven't seen them. His TikTok game? But even the stuff he does with graphics, I don't know where you get it, but you've posted some great clips. We do have one we want to show you. Take a look.
Okay. Yeah,
I love that.
So that's
tell us about that.
So that's one that was no graphics, no special effects. Just a very common question we get asked very, very often, which totally fine, and I'm all about it. It's all good. But it's actually funny. We actually kind of addressed that a little bit in my new Vegas show. Because my girl, who's Haley, who you just saw there, she's actually dancing with me on stage. She's with me, so we actually kind of play with that a little bit within the show and have fun with it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I come from a Jewish mother, so I totally get it. When do you get married? Totally get it.
So Derek, I swear I'm not stalking your social media. Although every time you come on the show, I bring up a random picture of you. So what about this picture of you? Because you're just chilling under the sea without a shirt. So tell us what's going on here, bruh.
What's going on? I mean, here's the thing. I'm a big adventure guy. I love the outdoors, and I've gotten into free diving lately, and so I'm about 35 feet deep there, and
dude,
I just love just being one with the ocean. So we were actually swimming with spotted dolphins on that trip.
Who is this guy?
And it was amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. I was like, oh, there's a chair. Let's put it down there and sit down there. I don't know. I was just having fun with it.
35 feet, your eardrums didn't hurt? My eardrums would have hurt.
You got to blow it out.
You gotta equalize. Yeah. Just equalize. I'll show you. I'll teach you how to do it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay, so we gotta talk about this video, Derek, that a lot of our viewers loved. I did too, about you singing a message to your high school bully. First, I want you and our viewers to watch this.
Brad, I bet you wonder why the prom queen dumped you. The one who got away and broke your heart. Well, it turns out she was a dancer who liked boy dancer.
And you can catch them both on the TV in your mom's garage.
Wow. Oh.
Did Brad ever apologize?
No, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Brad is not a real person.
What?
Brad is a metaphor for those who like to pick on people and how those people tend to move on and do great things in their lives. And so, yeah, it was more of a metaphor. But I will be honest with you. I was legitimately bullied a lot at school growing up, and so it was kind of just a metaphor for that experience. You know what I mean?
Brad.
Don't be a Brad.
Don't be a Brad.
Is that the new Karen?
That's the new Karen.
It's Karen and Brad, people.
No, Derek started it.
It's Derek now.
Hey, Brad's out there. I love you, Brad. Pitt, you're great.
All right, Derek, thank you for chatting with us. Don't forget to watch new episodes of Dancing with the Stars every Monday. We appreciate you, and I will contact your people to go free diving with you. Just kidding. It's okay. I'm married. Don't worry. We'll be right back.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe worry a little bit.
A little bit worried. A little bit.
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verify. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in two parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these three experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Next week on DBL, an all-new Freedom Files wrongfully convicted, a woman spends more than a decade in prison for a brutal crime that never happened.
It's really hard to hear that you are doing these horrific things to innocent children.
Plus, live celebrity guests Drew Carey, Trisha Yearwood, Leah Remini, Vicki Lawrence, and Penn and Teller. That's all next week on DBL.
It's going to be a good week. Don't miss it. Welcome back to DBL. So there's good news for people committed to a fitness routine who are not losing weight. We are chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness, presented by QB. Although weight loss may increase your lifespan, new research suggests that more focus should be placed on physical activity versus weight loss. Experts say shifting goals from pounds to practice is more beneficial when it comes to living longer. This means that fat, quote unquote, can be fit because healthy bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
Bye, y'all.
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet, and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, in some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error. It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys. Let's figure out how to make this happen and how to make these people whole. This should be the last thing that they have to worry about.
What we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
COVID questions answered by our medical expert. From who gets the booster shots first to how to tell when your symptoms are just allergies. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live with a friend, of course. Then Dancing with the Stars judge Derek Huff weighs in on this year's controversial contestants. And new scenes of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Is she already the Oscar frontrunner?
Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Dr. Coley. All right, so you got to see what just happened live on The View today. Take a look.
2 of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
we're going to bring
Sunny
you back later.
have to leave.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the Vice President?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vice President, no.
Nope.
Okay, shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance. What happened is that Sunny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated.
Wow. Well, luckily we have Dr. Coley on the panel. What did you think of this?
You know, 2 things came to mind. The first is thank God that they were vaccinated because they didn't even know they had COVID. If they had not been vaccinated, they probably would have been home. God forbid, they would have been sick in the hospital. But the second piece of this is really begs the question of, are we doing enough testing? I mean, when fully vaccinated people go out there, they feel so comfortable. We don't do surveillance testing, which is looking for trouble in asymptomatic people. Do we need to do that? I mean, one of us sitting up here today could have COVID and not realize it because we're feeling fine, just like that person on The View.
Do you think because of that we're going to start seeing more breakthrough cases?
I think we're underdiagnosing the breakthrough cases, Sam, but the boosters are going to change the whole trajectory of the breakthrough cases. So if all the Americans that are now eligible go and get boosters, we're actually probably going to see a drop-off in the breakthrough cases. We're also seeing Delta activity go down now, which is a real silver lining. I feel like we've gone over that peak, and for the last 7 out of 8 days, we have seen the cases go down. So I think the breakthrough cases are going to go down, but I think they might do some of this over the next few months.
Okay, guys, prompter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got to talk. Sorry, Jeff. Please chime in. There's another question scripted for me, but go ahead, chime in.
No, I was trying to help you out.
I know the prompter is stuck. But that's live TV for you,
On
right?
with the show.
Okay, so let's talk about you mentioned the boosters, but there's a lot of confusion. A lot of our viewers are writing in. They don't understand because you have with the headlines in the booster shots. Prompter. I'm about to freak out. I know that technical difficulties happen, but it's okay. So according to the CDC, here, I'm just going to read from my card. Okay, so according to the CDC,
the recommendation from the CDC's
is so the mixed messaging is you have the panel, right? The panel they're saying, the CDC panel saying we are not going to authorize this, but then you have the director overriding that? Am I even getting that right?
So let me explain what happened. The White House said everybody gets boosters. The FDA said no, only certain people, those at high risk, those that are older, and those with occupational exposure. The CDC panel said, man, take out the occupational exposure. Don't worry about it. The CDC director overrides that and says, nope, I'm going to stick with what the FDA said. So I'm getting whiplash. I don't know about you guys, but there has been a lot of back and forth. So let's talk about why. I think they're trying to prevent two different things. So if you're trying to prevent any infection anywhere, that really makes it widespread use of boosters. It makes the case for that, right? And so then you side with the president, maybe what the FDA panel said. But if you're only trying to prevent the most severe infections, then it's just the older people and those with underlying medical problems. And that's where the mixed messaging is coming in. But I am really worried about the implications of this. We're repeating the same mistake we made early in the pandemic with the masks. Some people saying this, some people saying that. What is the average person going to do? Get confused about whether they're eligible. What is the average pharmacist going to do? Not know, is this person high risk? Does moderate asthma qualify as high risk? How about working, as a bus driver? Is that high risk? So it just leaves a lot of room for interpretation, which I think was intentional, but I think it's going to confuse people.
Doc, can I just say what a pro, rolling with the punches, production-wise? Way to go, way to go.
You would think that she's been in TV for like 40 years.
So great, so great. So what are the recommendations, Doc, simply?
So who must get a Pfizer booster? Now, this is Pfizer only. Moderna, J&J, we have to wait. Who must get a Pfizer booster? If you're over 65, you have to go get it. Go get it. It's going to be available next week. If you're 50 to 65 and have some kind of chronic health problems, then you should think about getting it as well. And then those who are under 50 with chronic health problems or those who are high risk of exposure, that's kind of the gray zone. That's where you use your judgment, you talk to your doctor, you talk about the risks of getting the booster versus the benefits, and that's how you make the decision.
Wait, you said in the beginning quickly, Moderna, what'd you say, which two? J&J and Moderna shouldn't get or they should get?
Should not, because we have to wait. Because this data is only specific to Pfizer. So I'm glad you asked me that, because a lot of people are thinking that it means for everybody these guidelines. These are Pfizer-specific guidelines, you only.
So I need the booster.
So let's talk about that. So do you qualify as one of those groups? So you're under the age of 50, you don't have any medical problems, but I would say you have high occupational exposure because you're coming in and out of the studio every day or coming in contact with a lot of people. So I would recommend the booster for somebody like you, and for more than 6 months out.
I hijacked that, see, for personal reasons. Thank you, though, thank you. It's great advice.
Erica, do you want to take this next question?
Yes, it's cold and flu season, and allergy season, and a lot of people, I know myself included, I've coughed, I've sneezed, all the things, because you can't be coughing and sneezing in public, all right? That's like you get banned.
People run away from you.
Yeah, so we want to know the difference in symptoms, and also if we're experiencing some of these things, is it time to at least get a check and maybe get a COVID test?
Yes, on the test. I can't say that enough. The other piece of it is we're right at the right time for the flu shot, you guys. So let's all pick a date next week. We're all going to go get it together and commit to it.
Can we just come to you?
Maybe we'll give it on air.
Do it.
Should I bring him in here?
Yes.
Okay.
I need that one, the quad one that you were talking about.
The quadrivalent?
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Drew used to give me flu shots on air when I used to host with Dr. Drew, and I loved it because it was like killing, I hate this saying, but killing two birds with one stone. I'm hosting a show, I get my flu shot, it was perfect.
But then you guys have to give me feedback on my injection technique. Was it good? Was it too fast? Was it too harsh?
Actually, we're making this an official thing because here's the thing. A lot of people aren't being absolutely 100 about not getting the vaccine because they're scared of needles.
Right.
So I would love to get a flu shot. I'm sick of going to funerals, Dr. Coley.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. And it really feels different in a pre-vaccine world versus a post-vaccine world, because now it's like, why am I sitting here and why are we all sitting here mourning someone when this was so preventable? Right. So yes, I would like to just go ahead and do that. And keep in mind, I'm very much, your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. But when all your friends and family have to fly out, like I do next week for another funeral, and I've been to 7 at this point in the past year and a half.
Wow.
You don't really understand what it is until you have to understand what it is. But when you have to understand what it is, your mother's looking at you behind an observation window and you're dying by yourself. So I just want anyone who's on the fence, that movable middle that we talk about so often, don't put your family and friends in the situation, because I feel really differently about these funerals than I did the funerals before. And I'm actually having a hierarchy for funerals, and that is messed up. So please, if you're thinking about it, get the vaccine, please.
Wow, that's personal. Thank you, Erica. I love you.
Thank you, Sam.
Coming up on DBL, a brand new look at Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana. Does she live up to the Oscar hype? Plus, ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live. What does he have up his sleeve this time? And flight attendants are fighting back. How they're trying to take control over all the chaos that we are seeing with passengers. That's coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
Jeff, one question I'm getting a lot is now, what is going to be the definition of fully vaccinated?
Yeah.
Is it going to mean those 3 doses? So if you're over 65 and you got 2 doses, does that mean you're not fully vaccinated? What do you think?
I'm confused because, so obviously, on full disclosure, I'm vaccinated and I got Pfizer. So you're recommending I get the booster. But is this a yearly thing now? Is this going to be like the flu shot?
Very likely so, because the coronavirus is the family of viruses that causes colds, and we know that the immunity goes down over time. So I'm pretty sure you'll be getting this every year. But the question is, if you needed to travel or you needed to come to work, now that our job is requiring full vaccination, would that mean 2 doses or 3 doses? Does that mean the boosters, or does that mean just the initial vaccination?
So I would say fully vaccinated for me specifically in Pfizer would be the booster as well.
That's right. So really, it's going to change the definition of fully vaccinated, because it used to be the one and done J&J.
Right.
But now J&J needs a booster. It used to be the 2 Moderna or Pfizer shots, but now certain people need a booster.
Because it's working our way through. It's working itself out of our system.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for that one.
Aren't you guys excited? A really smart doctor.
Oh, Tori's here.
Holy, well done. Rolling through the world.
I actually complimented Tori on the color of her shirt today.
But not the design.
No, I do like the design.
Someone wrote in and said, I'm hypnotized by Tori's shirt. I hope that's true.
I have a sweatshirt that's that color and I really like it.
That was my bad.
Wait.
No, it's my bad.
Graceful Tori getting in her chair.
I hurt myself so bad right now. It wasn't David's fault, it was mine. So I'm trying it, right? I'm trying out this look. Turns out the producers think it's quite, quote, too busy.
Is that royal blue?
I think it's an,
Tori Schulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker.
This is my show, baby.
Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. Miss Tori is here.
Hello!
The camera was not on you, but you can do it again.
Hello!
Okay. It seems like every week we have yet another crazy video of people freaking out while flying. Well, now a group representing flight attendants are telling members of Congress about the unprecedented air rage, and they're asking for help. They even made some suggestions like banning to-go alcohol sales at airports. They also suggested airlines share their own internal no-fly lists with other airlines so banned passengers don't disrupt other flights. Jeff, you're shaking your head.
I thought they already did that. I thought that I can't believe that you could get off on a technicality and you could act a fool on 5 different airlines till you completely ban. There needs to be a lesson. We've said this all the time repeatedly on the show. If you act like that, there needs to be repercussions, and that's not flying on a different airline. It means not flying. So you have to go wherever you have to go by train or by bus, and you might think twice about doing that the next time. So whether it be a year ban, 5-year, lifetime ban, we have to start putting these in place.
I am completely shocked that the airlines don't share the information of who's on the ban list between each other. It would almost seem like that's a liability. And also, I'm very interested to know what percentage of people are on multiple lists.
Right. I would also like to know that. And just to speak for the flight attendants out there, there's no support. Like what, cops come on, they take them, like they're in a tube up in the air trapped, and they are fearing for their lives at this point. Someone's got to say this is a federal ban. You want to look like a child, act like a child, you get consequences like a child.
But I don't know if it should be that extreme, because we have seen, even though I'm not speaking for all flight attendants, the vast majority of flight attendants, they're there to save your life.
Right.
They're not there to serve you drinks, right? And they do get abused. I'm with you. But there also is a slippery slope. We've talked about some of those flights where, there's a woman breastfeeding. They tell her to stop breastfeeding, and then it turns into turmoil. So I just want there to be some oversight, just to protect everything, to protect the flight attendants, to protect the passengers. And I just want to all your points. There's been 4,300 incidents in 2021 so far. Now, over 3,000 of those very 4,000 incidents involved refusing to wear a mask. So that's where the majority of incidents are coming from.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
All right, coming up on DBL, friend of the show, Jeff Dunham, is here live. Oh my gosh, there he is. Do not go away, folks, because we are talking with him. And of course, Peanut coming up next.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
Typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Adiante Till.
So look, I know a lot of you folks are here on purpose this evening. You knew what the show was. You purchased the tickets. Thanks for coming. Sailors were sitting at home going, there's nothing on TV. Let's get drunk, go to that puppet show. So, yes, I make a living talking to myself, which means some forms of mental illness actually pay off. Oh, you're applauding at that. You're a sick crowd. I like it already.
That's hilarious. Welcome back to DBL. That was, of course, the very funny comedian, ventriloquist, and friend of the show, Jeff Dunham. And Peanut, hello. Good to see you both.
Good to see you guys too, and thanks a lot for showing a clip that had nothing to do with the star of this segment. Thank you.
It's okay, Peanut. Luckily, you're going to be a part of this interview, and you seem pretty amped up. So what are you most excited about today?
Oh, the fact that I get to talk to you guys, that's it. And also, I just got 6 booster shots. Thank you very much. 6 of them. 6.
Oh, no. Did I also hear that you have...
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm not sick, and Jeff and I don't have to be 6 feet away. No more of that stuff. It's great. It's fantastic. It's great.
And you guys are going to be going back on the road. Is Peanut allowed to go back on the road with you, or does that depend?
Excuse me. Tori, there is no show without
Sam.
me.
Peanut?
I don't know how in the world.
Peanut? My name is Sam. That's Tori.
You think Jeff can do this by himself? What?
Oh, that's hilarious.
What did I say? What happened? What happened? I missed it.
Oh, you said Tori instead of Sam, but it's okay.
You know what, though, Peanut? That's quite the compliment. You can compare me to Tori any day.
I'll take that as well.
Sam, or I mean, Tori is going to clip that.
You know what I'm most shocked about on this show? I am most shocked that you guys use a teleprompter. I saw that at the beginning. I thought everything was off the top of your head.
I wish.
I'm ruined now.
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
Oh, man.
Well, Peanut, no shade, but...
I love the fact that you're all going to get your flu shots together. You're doing drugs on the air. That's fantastic.
You know, it ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
That's right.
Peanut, no disrespect, no shade, but I have a question for Jeff real quick. So, Jeff, because your innovation is unmatched, so we've seen you pull off multiple characters at a time, and along with your own dialogue and expression. So tell us, how much is going through your head at all times?
It is, but it's one of those things that I'm doing a whole lot at the same time. No, it's not. It's just it's just sad. No, there's acting for me. There's acting for the character. I'm having to manipulate the character at the same time. So there is a lot going on. No, it's just forget it. It's all the jokes. It's all me, and that's why we're here, and we all know that.
That's amazing. All right, wait, I do want you to tell us how you get your inception of making one of your characters. Like, do you take acid? Like, what's going on to get you to get Peanut? Well, he is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can say that on daytime
Well,
TV.
I just did. So, Jeff, tell me how you have the inception for making one of your characters.
It's crack. He does crack.
Rolling with the punches.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah, no, come on, look at me. You think there's any lead being passed around in college? What do you think? I do build the dummies myself. Peanut is actually the only one of my characters that I didn't make, because he's more of a Muppet. But the other dummies, like Peanut, like Walter and Bubba J and Ahmed the Dead Terrorist, and that's comedy, a dead terrorist. That's his thinking. It's great. Yeah. But I build all those guys myself, and I build them right here in the garage. This is actually his living room. It's so sad.
Jeff, could you tell us a little bit more about the event you have coming up? And Peanut, you could chime in too.
Oh, sure. So we have something called Rush Ticks. Rush Ticks, yeah. So what this is, it's going to be a live virtual event, and it's going to take place in my house, in my office, here in the garage, and people can buy tickets to it. It's going to be about an hour and a half long. We're not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but they can interact. They can actually go and ask questions with me on camera, and then the people can also send in questions. We'll answer some of those, and they'll get to talk to whatever character they want to. Peanut's going to be there. Walter's going to be there. A new guy named Earl is going to be there. Earl spelled URL. He's a little too attached to his phone. That's the new guy in the show. And it's rushtix.com/Jeff Dunham. And we're doing it Tuesday. And it's going to be live at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And it's just going to be fun and different and a way to interact with the fans and see things that nobody gets to see. That sounds disgusting. Right. Yeah.
You know what I love is just imagining what goes down in your household, because I know that you have 2 sons, you're a grandfather, you just became a grandfather. Congratulations. I know your wife is very entrepreneurial. She has a blog. In fact, I believe it's vegan recipes. I'm a vegan. Were you vegan before Audrey? And what's your favorite dish that she makes for you?
No, she became vegan, 100% vegan during the pandemic, which guess what? Does that make me vegan? No. It makes me vegan only if I want to eat in our house. So, but no, I do eat very healthfully and vegan-ish about 99% of the time. Until at night, then he and I sneak out and get cheeseburgers. No, we don't.
Oh my God, I wonder if he dreams in ventriloquism. I do want to ask you this. Ventriloquists have been around for years, but nobody has ever played to arenas with 8,000 to 10,000 people. We were just talking about it when we saw your shot there. How do you explain the phenomena? Are you that good?
Well, because he dreams as a talk show host.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. You know what? I think it's because of honestly, I've done this since the 3rd grade, and if you've done anything since the 3rd grade and you haven't succeeded, it's time to quit doing that thing, right? Yeah. But it's just the loyal fans. It's doing 20 years of comedy clubs, then it turns into theaters, and then it turned into the big arenas, and it's just the fans. And I think it's also because I grew up in Texas, and I kind of learned how to perform for very general audiences, Cub Scout banquets, shows at church, the talent shows at school. And I think if you do enough shows in front of enough audiences, you kind of get a sense of what makes majority people laugh. And also, I try and introduce new material and new characters all the time and just keep the show moving, and people keep coming back. Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
I love it. You are the example of if you love what you do, it's not work.
100%.
We absolutely appreciate you, Jeff. It's so great to see you, and to our DBL Nation, and of course Peanut too. Head to rushtix.com/Jeff Dunham to get your tickets to Tuesday's show. He's also going on tour, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much, Jeff. Bye, Peanut.
Bye, Peanut.
Thank you, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Bye. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verify. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in 2 parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these 3 experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Derek Huff will be here live. What he thinks about this year's controversial Dancing with the Stars contestants. And another glimpse of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Does she pull off the accent?
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet, and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, in some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error. It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys. Let's figure out how to make this happen and how to make these people whole. This should be the last thing that they have to worry about.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Tori. All right, so we are getting another look at the highly anticipated movie about Princess Diana called Spencer. This time, we get to actually hear Kristen Stewart as a late princess. Tori, I want you to watch.
Okay,
Tori's doing her makeup because you know what, Tori? You were critical.
Oh, I've seen it.
You were critical.
I am, but her voice is fantastic.
Oh, okay.
There's no hope for me. Not with them. Fight them. You are your own weapon.
Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh, that gave me chills. Here's a look at Kristen next to Princess Di, and we get to see Charles, played by English actor Jack Farthing. And the Queen also makes an appearance. Here's a look at the actress playing her next to the real Queen. Gotta go back to Tori, because I remember how critical you were of Kristen Stewart. Now what do you think?
Brilliant accent work, but I will say this. Again, nothing but iciness comes off of Kristen Stewart for me. And maybe that's just because I was born in that Twilight era. None of the warmth of Diana comes off the screen. None of it. It still looks a little icy to me. The accent was perfection. The precision was correct. But I just don't feel that undeniable it factor that is I'm the people's princess. It still feels cold.
Could you be conflating your bias for the actress? Because
No, of course I am.
You have some feelings about that.
No, of course I am.
I'm
That's the only reason
though.
I'm combining is because she seems so, her persona is always, I'm too cool for school. So to put her as Diana.
You think she's...
No, that's Kristen Stewart on the red carpet. She's always just like cool.
Don't think she's too cool for school. I see her as more introverted and awkward, which a lot of people also attributed to Princess Di.
Fair.
But also, doesn't it kind of come down to the moment as well? This is like a very controversial snapshot in time. So the idea that she's maybe coming off as a little standoffish and a little colder might be appropriate for the actual era that they're capturing.
But the difference between the royal family, and I hear you, and Diana was like hot fire and ice. And to me, they all feel kind of icy. Again, this is just the preview. But what you want to see is she should stand out in a way. She's just a different human being than the royals. And I didn't really feel that 100%.
I'm going to ask a silly question here.
Oh, good.
And probably I'm stupid. What does Spencer mean? Why is it called Spencer? Name. There you go.
That's good. All right. Karen, our producer's clapping.
I knew I should have asked that off camera. I knew
that was great.
No, we keep it real here, right?
We sure do. Thank you.
Supermodel Linda Evangelista is suing for $50 million after a cosmetic procedure allegedly left her body disfigured. Now, Linda rose to fame in the 80s and 90s with fellow models. You remember Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington, but hasn't booked any modeling gigs in years. So she was spotted at an airport back in 2017, but has remained out of the public eye. That's because she says she was left, quote, brutally disfigured after a cool sculpting cosmetic procedure on her chin, back, thighs, and stomach. It also claims she wasn't made aware of a rare side effect from the treatment that enlarged her fat cells rather than shrinking them. On Instagram, she said her body is now, quote, permanently deformed, and the lawsuit is a way for her to share her story and rid herself of the shame. This breaks my heart, and then having to deal with it so publicly.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the catalyst for a lot of other people to come forward. This has never been a secret when it comes to procedures like this. I'm not saying this one specifically, but these types of procedures became so pedestrian that you could like get a full set and go in the back of a nail salon and get these things done. I've heard about this, and I think that a lot of people are sitting in a lot of shame because they don't want to admit that they actually had the procedure done and they had less than stellar or even disfiguring results. But by her coming forward, I think it's going to open the door to a lot of other people being honest about what happened to them, because some people, as opposed to the fat cells dissipating or whatever they were supposed to do, they hardened and they had to get plastic surgery to reverse it, if they could reverse it at all. Wow. So I'm glad that she's speaking out, and I think that other people are going to as well.
3 words, class action lawsuit too. She's doing a specific cool sculpt, and I wonder if there's more people that have been disfigured because of that, and if that's true, you're going to just see the lawsuit grow and grow and grow.
I was just going to button it with, you know, cosmetic procedures, I know it helps a lot of people, and I'm all for it. Trust me. I just want people to really do their due diligence. Yeah. We all know what happened to Kanye West's mom. He still to this day blames himself, which is heartbreaking. Kanye West's mom died from her procedures of liposuction and breast reduction, and she didn't die on the operating table. I say that respectfully. She died when she went home because there was an eval. Like in certain states, you have to have a medical evaluation before they let you out. Kanye, in his mind, was like, what if I was in a different state? And that's a lot of burden for anybody to deal with, whether it's physically and personally, like Linda Evangelista, or whether it's a family member. So I just want everybody to remember, a procedure is still a procedure, whether it's elected or not. So just remember that and do your due diligence the best you can.
Well said, Sam.
All right, so get ready, all you cool cats and kittens. Tiger King is coming back. I know Tori's excited.
Did
so
you raise
Netflix
the
announced. I just can't be cool for the life of me.
You are cool.
I am not. Netflix announced that Tiger King 2 will be released this year with a picture of Joe Exotic on a phone from jail. So Joe, of course, we all know, is serving 22 years for animal cruelty and for a botched murder for hire plot against his nemesis, Carol Baskin. Speaking of which, Carol says she isn't happy about the sequel. In fact, she told Variety the original was a, quote, reality show dumpster fire, but she will watch Tiger King 2 just so she can inform the public on how they are being misled. Interesting.
I mean, I interviewed her and she kept saying the Tiger King told me they were going to do one thing and they totally flipped it. Whether it was editing or footage, she thought she was going to be teaching about conservatorship and all that. Now, I don't know how much of that is true because she also went on Dancing with the Stars and she's trying to get herself known for other things, but she clearly felt that she was duped by Tiger King producers.
I don't think this is going to get as much traction as people think, right? The first one was lightning in a bottle. It's right when COVID started. It's right when we had a lockdown. It was just craziness that we haven't seen, and everyone was at home doing nothing, drinking wine, and they're like, did you see Tiger King? It's insane. You have to watch it. I don't think that many people are invested. They're going to hear this guy from jail. She's going to say it's all fluff anyway. I'm not that interested in it. I'm done with the Tiger King.
I wonder if they will have a different twist, though. Or are they just only going to be following him?
Because he seems to be the pull, right? Everyone wants to hear about him, and she's trying to teach about the cats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both characters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today, we honor MJ Rodriguez, best known for her role in Pose.
When was the last time you were truly surprised by something in your life?
She is the first trans woman to receive an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. In 2018, she won the Hispanic Heritage Special Trailblazer Award. The actress continues to push artistic boundaries both on and off the screen, inspiring a whole generation of trans and non-binary artists through her incredible and diverse work. Closed captioning provided by...
I know.
I'd color that.
Hi, everybody. We are reading some of what you guys are saying. Some of you can't believe I asked Jeff Dunham. Okay, we're just finding out something from our earpiece. Okay, thank you, Jody. So, a lot of you wrote in.
We don't have Derek Huff. That's what they were telling us.
That's right.
But hopefully we get him.
Hopefully we get him, because I'll be huffing mad.
Okay, go away.
No, don't. I want to say, Scott said, I can't believe you said that, did Jeff take acid? And then he said, I bet you're a lot of fun to drink with. And I think that's true. Do you agree with that?
He said that?
Yeah, no, Scott did, this guy who wrote in.
Oh. Yeah, but she doesn't pick up the tab.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Don't believe that. At the same time, I also want to say...
Go to Kelly's face off camera.
Yeah. I'm not looking at it. Yeah, there you go.
It's developing throughout the... Okay, so I put some self-tanner on this morning, and it's been developing like throughout the day. I've been getting tanner and tanner throughout the day. It's a little too much.
Literally look like you stepped off the beaches of Mexico.
She does. You look really beautiful.
But it is developing more and more from what
Donnie says, I agree with Tori about the, why can I ever find it? The Kristen Stewart. It just comes across, I promise you I'm not lying what he said, but he did say it.
It's official.
Not here right now. Trying to get him for the next block. We're gonna do a story here.
Anyway, how many of you write in? How many of you really knew that Spencer
Mario Brothers
was definitely her last name? Did anyone know? Earl of Spencer, Lady Diana Spencer, her brother Spencers, the Spencers. Huh? Okay. Here it is. I'm with Tori, and no, it's not about the actress. Sorry, Erica. It just seems dull. I also feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, doesn't it feel like it's being filmed on like an old 80s
Oh, that's right.
film? It feels like different film to me, like a different aspect ratio. Any nerds out there, let me know. It feels like soap opera-y from the 80s.
Tori Schulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker. This is my show, baby. Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day. Well, it looks like Jessica Rabbit is getting a makeover. Disneyland's Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin ride is reimagining Jessica as a private eye and is covering her up in a trench coat. Here's Jessica from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then the new version, okay? So you see it. Well, it got a lot of people upset on Twitter. One wrote, "Why does Disney hate sexy people? Leave Jessica Rabbit alone." And in Jessica's defense, another person quoted a line from the movie, writing, "She's not bad, she's just drawn that way." Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about this change?
I think it's, go ahead, Erica, please.
I think it really just goes to show you that if you sexy, there's nothing that you can put on your body that's going to cover that up.
She looks good no matter
she
what.
Look hot no matter what.
In the trench. I don't know. To me, she's like Breathless Mahoney. If you ever watch Roger Rabbit, she's a cocktail singer who finds things and gives out little clues and stuff like that. What's interesting to me is now you cover up and she's a private eye, you're just changing the character. She was always about being a sexy Jessica Rabbit. She was always about being a singer. I have no issue with her outfit. She was confident. She was consensual. I have no issue. So I don't know why they changed it, and I think it's stupid.
I think it's a little odd that, because I didn't even know that this ride existed because I go to Disneyland all the time. But when I now know that it's in Toontown, Toontown is like for 3 and under.
Yeah.
There's like no rides. I guess there's this Roger Rabbit ride. I looked up the ride. It's literally, you see the line and it's like babies and 2-year-olds. So perhaps they're just trying to make it more baby friendly, because you don't see any cartoons with seductively dressed.
I would just say hardcore Disney fans sometimes go to Disneyland and want to see like the original tunes. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. That's like, there's a real group of people out there who want to see the original.
That's a little odd, because aren't babies the most used to seeing those attributes?
Yeah, they see them as feeding tools.
Yeah,
You're right, Erica. But I don't know. I mean, it's not even a ride that people know about.
It's not a cool ride.
That's what Sam's mad about.
She is.
She's like, I've never seen this ride.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's good.
When you fall and can't get help.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
The typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like. You can bet I know every line.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. That was a clip from Dancing with the Stars, and we have one of the judges with us here live today, star in his own right, Derek. Hi.
Yay!
Hi.
How you doing? Good to have you back.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, we gotta talk about who's stirring up the most controversy this season. We've been covering it on the show, and our viewers, well, they have an opinion. So we want to ask you directly about Olivia Jade. What would you tell our viewers in regard to giving her a second chance, or not?
Here's the thing. I think what's bad is always available, but so is what's good. And where our focus goes, our energy flows. So why not focus on what's good in this world and in each other? I think that we do a lot better doing that in general. And I feel like for me, it's a beautiful thing to be able to give people. I think in our life's journey, the most pivotal point that we all experience in our lives is redemption. And we all experience that. And I would love for somebody to offer me some grace. And so why not?
Oh my gosh, what a lovely thing to say.
I love that,
Oh my
Derek. I love that. We also saw some serious talent from JoJo Siwa on the dance floor. But how did she get the highest score of the night? Viewers want to know, even though her partner stumbled.
You know what? I think because the rest of it was just so good. I don't know. I know for me personally, I gave her. I think I didn't score her the highest for me personally. I think I can't remember who it was that I gave the highest score for. But by the way, can we just talk about how she handled that?
Yeah.
Because she dropped. Jenna fell. Jenna's the pro, and she went picked her right back up and carried on like a true pro. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive.
Is there a big difference, Derek? I wanted to know of being the lead in this situation and not being the lead if you're used to one or the other.
It goes back and forth. I think that being the leader or the follower, it ebbs and flows. There's moments where whomever's traveling forward is leading. Their energy is leading you. So it's never you always hear the man's the leader or things like that. And that's just honestly not the case. When you actually get into the detail and actually get into the minutia of dancing, it's very collaborative and it's an ebb and flow where you lead and follow each other throughout the dance floor. So that's so for me, it doesn't really make any difference, what sort of sex you're dancing with. It's still the exact same process.
The first person to answer that question, by the way.
Good answer, Derek. All right, I got to talk to you because I follow you and all this video stuff, and your videos are incredible. And I'm serious, if you haven't seen
TikTok game?
But even the stuff he does with graphics, I don't know where you get it, but you've posted some great clips. We do have one we want to show you. Take a look.
Okay. Yeah,
I love that.
So
tell us about that.
So that's one that was no graphics, no special effects. Just a very common question we get asked very, very often, which totally fine, and I'm all about it. It's all good. But it's actually funny. We actually kind of addressed that a little bit in my new Vegas show. Because my girl, who's Haley, who you just saw there, she's actually dancing with me on stage. She's with me, so we actually kind of play with that a little bit within the show and have fun with it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I come from a Jewish mother, so I totally get it. When do you get married? Totally get it.
So Derek, I swear I'm not stalking your social media. Although every time you come on the show, I bring up a random picture of you. So what about this picture of you? Because you're just chilling under the sea without a shirt. So tell us what's going on here, bruh.
What's going on? I mean, here's the thing. I'm a big adventure guy. I love the outdoors, and I've gotten into free diving lately, and so I'm about 35 feet deep there, and
dude,
I just love just being one with the ocean. So we were actually swimming with spotted dolphins on that trip.
Who is this guy?
And it was amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. I was like, oh, there's a chair. Let's put it down there and sit down there. I don't know. I was just having fun with it.
35 feet, your eardrums didn't hurt? My eardrums would have hurt.
You got to blow it out.
You gotta equalize. Yeah. Just equalize. I'll show you. I'll teach you how to do it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay, so we gotta talk about this video, Derek, that a lot of our viewers loved. I did too, about you singing a message to your high school bully. First, I want you and our viewers to watch this.
Brad, I bet you wonder why the prom queen dumped you. The one who got away and broke your heart. Well, it turns out she was a dancer who liked boy dancers.
And you can catch them both on the TV in your mom's garage.
Wow. Oh.
Did Brad ever apologize?
No, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Brad is not a real person.
What?
Brad is a metaphor for those who like to pick on people and how those people tend to move on and do great things in their lives. And so, yeah, it was more of a metaphor. But I will be honest with you. I was legitimately bullied a lot at school growing up, and so it was kind of just a metaphor for that experience. You know
Don't
what
be
I mean?
a Brad. Don't
We all know a Brad.
Don't be a Brad.
Is that the new Karen?
That's the new Karen.
It's Karen and Brad,
No.
people.
No, Derek started it.
It's Derek now.
Hey, Brad's out there. I love you, Brad Pitt. You're great.
All right, Derek, thank you for chatting with us. Don't forget to watch new episodes of Dancing with the Stars every Monday. We appreciate you, and I will contact your people to go free diving with you. Just kidding. It's okay. I'm married. Don't worry. We'll be right back.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe worry a little bit.
A little bit worried. A little bit.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verify. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in two parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these three experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Next week on DBL, an all-new Freedom Files wrongfully convicted, a woman spends more than a decade in prison for a brutal crime that never happened.
It's really hard to hear that you are doing these horrific things to innocent children.
Plus, Live celebrity guests Drew Carey, Trisha Yearwood, Leah Remini, Vicki Lawrence, and Penn and Teller. That's all next week on DBL.
It's going to be a good week. Don't miss it. Welcome back to DBL. So there's good news for people committed to a fitness routine who are not losing weight. We are chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness, presented by QB. Although weight loss may increase your lifespan, new research suggests that more focus should be placed on physical activity versus weight loss. Experts say shifting goals from pounds to practice is more beneficial when it comes to living longer. This means that fat, quote unquote, can be fit because healthy bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
Bye, y'all.
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet, and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, in some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor, and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error. It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys. Let's figure out how to make this happen and how to make these people whole. This should be the last thing that they have to worry about.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
COVID questions answered by our medical expert. From who gets the booster shots first to how to tell when your symptoms are just allergies. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live with a friend, of course. Then Dancing with the Stars judge Derek Huff weighs in on this year's controversial contestants. And new scenes of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Is she already the Oscar frontrunner?
Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Dr. Coley. All right, so you got to see what just happened live on The View today. Take a look.
2 of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
we're going to bring
Sunny
you back later.
have to leave.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the Vice President?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vice President, no.
Nope.
Okay, shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance. What happened is that Sonny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated.
Wow. Well, luckily we have Dr. Coley on the panel. What did you think of this?
You know, two things came to mind. The first is thank God that they were vaccinated because they didn't even know they had COVID. If they had not been vaccinated, they probably would have been home. God forbid they would have been sick in the hospital. But the second piece of this is really begs the question of, are we doing enough testing? I mean, when fully vaccinated people go out there, they feel so comfortable. We don't do surveillance testing, which is looking for trouble in asymptomatic people. Do we need to do that? I mean, one of us sitting up here today could have COVID and not realize it because we're feeling fine, just like that person on The View.
Do you think because of that we're going to start seeing more breakthrough cases?
I think we're underdiagnosing the breakthrough cases, Sam, but you know, the boosters are going to change the whole trajectory of the breakthrough cases. So if all the Americans that are now eligible go and get boosters, we're actually probably going to see a drop-off in the breakthrough cases. We're also seeing Delta activity go down now, which is a real silver lining. I feel like we've gone over that peak, and for the last 7 out of 8 days, we have seen the cases go down. So I think the breakthrough cases are going to go down, but I think they might do some of this over the next few months.
Okay, guys, prompter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got to talk. Sorry, Jeff, please chime in. There's another question scripted for me, but go ahead, chime in.
No, I was trying to help you out.
I know the prompter is stuck, but that's live TV for you, right?
With the show.
Okay, so let's talk about, you mentioned the boosters, but there's a lot of confusion. A lot of our viewers are writing in. They don't understand because you have, with the headlines in the booster shots, prompter, I'm about to freak out. I know that technical difficulties happen, but it's okay. So according to the CDC, here, I'm just going to read from my card. Okay, so according to the CDC,
the recommendation from the CDC's
is, so the mixed messaging is you have the panel, right? The panel they're saying, the CDC panel saying, we are not going to authorize this, but then you have the director overriding that? Am I even getting that right?
So let me explain what happened. The White House said everybody gets boosters. The FDA said no, only certain people, those at high risk, those that are older, and those with occupational exposure. The CDC panel said, man, take out the occupational exposure. Don't worry about it. The CDC director overrides that and says, nope, I'm going to stick with what the FDA said. So I'm getting whiplash. I don't know about you guys, but there isn't a lot of back and forth. So let's talk about why. I think they're trying to prevent two different things. So if you're trying to prevent any infection anywhere, that really makes it widespread use of boosters. It makes the case for that, right? And so then you side with the president, maybe what the FDA panel said. But if you're only trying to prevent the most severe infections, then it's just the older people and those with underlying medical problems. And that's where the mixed messaging is coming in. But I am really worried about the implications of this. We're repeating the same mistake we made early in the pandemic with the masks. Some people saying this, some people saying that. What is the average person going to do? Get confused about whether they're eligible. What is the average pharmacist going to do? Not know, is this person high risk? Does moderate asthma qualify as high risk? How about working, as a bus driver? Is that high risk? So it just leaves a lot of room for interpretation, which I think was intentional, but I think it's going to confuse people.
Doc, can I just say what a pro, rolling with the punches, production-wise? Way to go, way to go.
You would think that she's been in TV for like 40 years.
It's so great, so great. So what are the recommendations, Doc, simply?
So who must get a Pfizer booster? Now, this is Pfizer only. Moderna, J&J, we have to wait. Who must get a Pfizer booster? If you're over 65, you have to go get it. Go get it. It's going to be available next week. If you're 50 to 65 and have some kind of chronic health problems, then you should think about getting it as well. And then those who are under 50 with chronic health problems or those who are high risk of exposure, that's kind of the gray zone. That's where you use your judgment, you talk to your doctor, you talk about the risks of getting the booster versus the benefits, and that's how you make the decision.
Wait, you said in the beginning quickly, Moderna, what'd you say, which two? J&J and Moderna shouldn't get or they should get?
Should not, because we have to wait. Because this data is only specific to Pfizer. So I'm glad you asked me that, because a lot of people are thinking that it means for everybody, these guidelines. These are Pfizer-specific guidelines, you only.
So I need the booster.
So let's talk about that. So do you qualify as one of those groups? So you're under the age of 50, you don't have any medical problems, but I would say you have high occupational exposure because you're coming in and out of the studio every day, you're coming in contact with a lot of people. So I would recommend the booster for somebody like you, and for more than 6 months out.
I hijacked that. See, for personal reasons. Thank you, though. Thank you. It's great advice.
Erica, do you want to take this next question?
Yes, it's cold and flu season, and allergy season, and a lot of people, you know, I know myself included, I've coughed, I've sneezed, all the things, because you know, you can't be coughing and sneezing in public, all right? That's like, you get banned.
People run away from you.
Yeah, so we want to know the difference in symptoms, and also, if we're experiencing some of these things, is it time to at least get a check and maybe get a COVID test?
Yes, on the test. I can't say that enough. The other piece of it is we're right at the right time for the flu shot, you guys. So let's all pick a date next week. We're all going to go get it together and commit to it.
Can we just come to you?
Maybe we'll give it on air.
Do it.
Should I bring him in here?
Yes.
Okay.
I need that one, the quad one that you were talking about.
The quadrivalent?
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Drew used to give me flu shots on air when I used to host with Dr. Drew, and I loved it because it was like killing, I hate this saying, but killing two birds with one stone. I'm hosting a show, I get my flu shot, it was perfect.
But then you guys have to give me feedback on my injection technique. Was it good? Was it too fast?
You know what?
Was it too harsh?
Actually, we're making this an official thing, because here's the thing. A lot of people aren't being absolutely 100 about not getting the vaccine because they're scared of needles.
Right.
So I would love to get a flu shot. I'm sick of going to funerals, Dr. Coley. Yeah. I'm sick of it. And it really feels different in a pre-vaccine world versus a post-vaccine world, because now it's like, why am I sitting here, and why are we all sitting here mourning someone when this was so preventable? Right. So yes, I would like to just go ahead and do that. And keep in mind, I'm very much, you know, your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. But when all your friends and family have to fly out, like I do next week for another funeral, and I've been to 7 at this point in the past year and a half.
Wow.
You don't really understand what it is until you have to understand what it is. But when you have to understand what it is, your mother's looking at you behind an observation window, and you're dying by yourself. So I just want anyone who's on the fence, that movable middle that we talk about so often, don't put your family and friends in the situation, because I feel really differently about these funerals than I did the funerals before. And I'm actually having a hierarchy for funerals, and that is messed up. So please, if you're thinking about it, get the vaccine, please.
Wow, that's personal. Thank you, Erica. I love you.
Thank you, Sam.
Coming up on DBL, a brand new look at Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana. Does she live up to the Oscar hype? Plus, ventriloquist Jeff Dunham will be here live. What does he have up his sleeve this time? And flight attendants are fighting back, how they're trying to take control over all the chaos that we are seeing with passengers. That's coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
Jeff, one question I'm getting a lot is now, what is going to be the definition of fully vaccinated?
Yeah.
Is it going to mean those 3 doses? So if you're over 65 and you got 2 doses, does that mean you're not fully vaccinated? What do you think?
I'm confused, because, so obviously, on full disclosure, I'm vaccinated and I got Pfizer. So you're recommending I get the booster. But is this a yearly thing now? Is this going to be like the flu shot?
Very likely so, because the coronavirus is the family of viruses that causes colds, and we know that the immunity goes down over time. So I'm pretty sure you'll be getting this every year. But the question is, if you needed to travel or you needed to come to work, now that our job is requiring full vaccination, would that mean 2 doses or 3 doses? Does that mean the boosters, or does that mean just the initial vaccination?
So so that would, I would say fully vaccinated for me specifically in Pfizer would be the booster as well.
That's right. So really, it's going to change the definition of fully vaccinated, because it used to be the one and done J&J.
Right.
But now J&J needs a booster. It used to be the 2 Moderna or Pfizer shots, but now certain people need a booster.
Because it's working our way through. It's working itself out of our system.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys excited? A really smart doctor.
Oh, Tori's here.
Really well done. Rolling through the world.
I actually complimented Tori on the color of her shirt today.
But not the design.
No, I do like the design.
Someone wrote in and said, I'm hypnotized by Tori's shirt. I hope that's true.
Is that? I have a sweatshirt that's that color, and I really like it.
That was my bad.
Wait.
No, it's my bad.
Graceful Tori getting in her chair.
I feel so bad right now. It wasn't David's fault. It was mine. So I'm trying it, right? I'm trying out this look. Turns out the producers think it's quite, quote, too busy.
Is that royal blue?
I think it's an,
Tori Schulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker.
This is my show, baby.
Celebrating our 5th year and going strong. DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. Miss Tori is here.
Hello.
The camera was not on you, but you can do it again.
Hello.
Okay. It seems like every week we have yet another crazy video of people freaking out while flying. Well, now a group representing flight attendants are telling members of Congress about the unprecedented air rage, and they're asking for help. They even made some suggestions like banning to-go alcohol sales at airports. They also suggested airlines share their own internal no-fly lists with other airlines so banned passengers don't disrupt other flights. Jeff, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I thought they already did that. I thought that I can't believe that you could get off on a technicality and you could act a fool on 5 different airlines till you completely banned. There needs to be a lesson. We've said this all the time repeatedly on the show. If you act like that, there needs to be repercussions, and that's not flying on a different airline. It means not flying. So you have to go wherever you have to go by train or by bus, and you might think twice about doing that the next time. So whether it be a year ban, 5-year, lifetime ban, we have to start putting these in place.
I am completely shocked that the airlines don't share the information of who's on the ban list between each other. It would almost seem like that's a liability. And also, I'm very interested to know what percentage of people are on multiple lists.
Right. I would also like to know that. And just to speak for the flight attendants out there, there's no support. Like what, cops come on, they take them, like they're in a tube up in the air trapped, and they are fearing for their lives at this point. Someone's got to say this is a federal ban. You want to look like a child, act like a child, you get consequences like a child.
But I don't know if it should be that extreme, because we have seen, even though I'm not speaking for all flight attendants, the vast majority of flight attendants, they're there to save your life. Right. They're not there to serve you drinks, right? And they do get abused. I'm with you. But there also is a slippery slope. We've talked about some of those flights where, you know, there's a woman breastfeeding, they tell her to stop breastfeeding, and then it turns into turmoil. So I just want there to be some oversight, you know, just to protect everything, to protect the flight attendants, to protect the passengers. And I just want to all your points. There's been 4,300 incidents in 2021 so far. Now, over 3,000 of those very 4,000 incidents involved refusing to wear a mask. So that's where the majority of incidents are coming from. Wow. Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
All right, coming up on DBL, friend of the show, Jeff Dunham, is here live. Oh my gosh, there he is. Do not go away, folks, because we are talking with him. And of course, Peanut coming up next.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. You know, it can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
Typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, you know, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
So look, I know a lot of you folks are here on purpose this evening. You knew what the show was. You purchased the tickets. Thanks for coming. Sailors were sitting at home going, there's nothing on TV. Let's get drunk, go to that puppet show. So, yes, I make a living talking to myself, which means some forms of mental illness actually pay off. Oh, you're applauding at that. You're a sick crowd. I like it already.
That's hilarious. Welcome back to DBL. That was, of course, the very funny comedian, ventriloquist, and friend of the show, Jeff Dunham. And Peanut, hello. Good to see you both.
Good to see you guys too, and thanks a lot for showing a clip that had nothing to do with the star of this segment. Thank you.
It's okay, Peanut. Luckily, you're going to be a part of this interview, and you seem pretty amped up. So what are you most excited about today?
Oh, the fact that I get to talk to you guys, that's it. And also, I just got 6 booster shots. Thank you very much. 6 of them. 6.
Oh, no. Did I also hear that you have...
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm not sick, and Jeff and I don't have to be 6 feet away. No more of that stuff. It's great. It's fantastic. It's great.
And you guys are going to be going back on the road. Is Peanut allowed to go back on the road with you, or does that depend?
Excuse me. Tori, there is no show without
Sam.
me.
Peanut?
I don't know how in the world.
Peanut? My name is Sam. That's Tori.
You think Jeff can do this by himself? What?
Oh, that's hilarious.
What did I say? What happened? What happened? I missed it.
Oh, you said Tori instead of Sam, but it's okay.
You know what, though, Peanut? That's quite the compliment. You can compare me to Tori any day.
I'll take that as well.
Tori is going to clip that.
You know what I'm most shocked about on this show? I am most shocked that you guys use a teleprompter. I saw that at the beginning. I thought everything was off the top of your head.
I wish.
I'm ruined now.
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
Oh, man.
Well, Peanut, no shade, but...
I love the fact that you're all going to get your flu shots together. You're doing drugs on the air. That's fantastic.
You know, it ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
That's right.
Peanut, I don't, no disrespect, no shade, but I have a question for Jeff real quick. So, Jeff, because your innovation is unmatched, so we've seen you pull off multiple characters at a time, and along with your own dialogue and expression. So tell us, how much is going through your head at all times?
You know, it is, but it's one of those things that I'm doing a whole lot at the same time. No, it's not. It's just it's just sad. No, there's acting for me. There's acting for the character. I'm having to manipulate the character at the same time. So there is a lot going on. No, it's just forget it. It's all the jokes. It's all me, and that's why we're here, and we all know that.
That's amazing. All right, wait, I do want you to tell us how you get your inception of making one of your characters. Like, do you take acid? Like, what's going on to get you to get Peanut? Well, he is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can say that on daytime
Well,
TV.
I just did. So, Jeff, tell me how you have the inception from making one of your characters.
It's crack. He does crack.
Rolling with the punches.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah, no, come on, look at me. You think there's any weed being passed around in college? What do you think? I do build the dummies myself. Peanut is actually the only one of my characters that I didn't make because he's more of a Muppet. But the other dummies like Peanut, like Walter and Bubba J and Ahmed the Dead Terrorist, and that's comedy, a dead terrorist. That's his thinking. It's great. Yeah. But I build all those guys myself, and I build them right here in the garage. This is actually his living room. It's so sad.
Jeff, could you tell us a little bit more about the event you have coming up? And Peanut, you could chime in too.
Oh, sure. So we have something called Rush Ticks. Rush Ticks, yeah. So what this is, it's going to be a live virtual event, and it's going to take place in my house, in my office, here in the garage, and people can buy tickets to it. It's going to be about an hour and a half long. We're not sure exactly how long it's going to be, but they can interact. They can actually go and ask questions with me on camera, and then the people can also send in questions. We'll answer some of those, and they'll get to talk to whatever character they want to. Peanut's going to be there. Walter's going to be there. A new guy named Earl is going to be there. Earl spelled URL. He's a little too attached to his phone. That's the new guy in the show, and it's rushtix.com. YouTube.com/Jeff Dunham, and we're doing it Tuesday, and it's going to be live at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And it's just going to be fun and different and a way to interact with the fans and see things that nobody gets to see. That sounds disgusting. Right. Yeah.
You know what I love is just imagining what goes down in your household, because I know that you have 2 sons, you're a grandfather, you just became a grandfather. Congratulations. I know your wife is very entrepreneurial. She has a blog. In fact, I believe it's vegan recipes. I'm a vegan. Were you vegan before Audrey? And what's your favorite dish that she makes for you?
No, she became vegan, 100% vegan during the pandemic, which guess what? Does that make me vegan? No, it makes me vegan only if I want to eat in our house. So, but no, I do eat very healthfully and vegan-ish about 99% of the time. Until at night, then he and I sneak out and get cheeseburgers. No, we don't.
Oh my God, I wonder if he dreams in ventriloquism. I do want to ask you this. Ventriloquists have been around for years, but nobody has ever played to arenas with 8,000 to 10,000 people. We were just talking about it when we saw your shot there. How do you explain the phenomena? Are you that good?
Well, because he dreams as a talk show host. Oh. I don't know what that means. Yeah. You know what? I think it's because of honestly, I've done this since the 3rd grade, and if you've done anything since the 3rd grade and you haven't succeeded, it's time to quit doing that thing, right? Yeah. But it's just the loyal fans. It's doing 20 years of comedy clubs, then it turns into theaters, and then it turned into the big arenas, and it's just the fans. And I think it's also because I grew up in Texas, and I kind of learned how to perform for very general audiences, Cub Scout banquets, shows at church, the talent shows at school. And I think if you do enough shows in front of enough audiences, you kind of get a sense of what makes majority people laugh. And also, I try and introduce new material and new characters all the time and just keep the show moving, and people keep coming back. Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
I love it. You are the example of if you love what you do, it's not work.
100%.
We absolutely appreciate you, Jeff. It's so great to see you, and to our DBL Nation, and of course Peanut too. Head to rushtix.com/Jeff Dunham to get your tickets to Tuesday's show. He's also going on tour, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much, Jeff. Bye, Peanut.
Bye, Peanut.
Thank you, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Bye. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verify. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in 2 parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these 3 experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
come back.
If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online, watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Derek Huff will be here live, what he thinks about this year's controversial Dancing with the Stars contestants, and another glimpse of Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. Does she pull off the accent?
This letter from the Department of Labor was sent to Rose Shear saying she was overpaid and now needs to return $8,791, even mentioning she was not qualified for unemployment even though she received the money when it was needed. She called the Labor Department repeatedly.
Where did you overpay me? Well, you got a new job in December. I said, but I didn't start until the second week. Oh, you owe us the first week. I said, but I was still unemployed the first week. They says, you still owe us that money.
She then reached out to State Senator Julie Kushner's office.
I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I don't understand how me, who has worked 2 jobs every year for the last 3 years. I work a part-time job at night. I work full-time during the day to keep myself, you know, in the way I live.
She had to put a pause on her mortgage and electric bills, borrowing money from friends and family to make ends meet, and getting weekly supplies from a pantry in Danbury. Fox 61 reached out to the Department of Labor, which did not wish to go on camera, but said in an email, quote, in some non-fraud cases, employers delay responding to notices from the Connecticut Department of Labor and unemployment benefits are paid out on a claim that the employer disputes later. Other times, an applicant makes an error while filing, and in some cases, the agency itself makes an error. It went on to say the Department of Labor is just following state law to identify and recover overpayments. But lawmakers at Thursday's news conference took a stand for people like Shear.
We have the resources, guys. Let's figure out how to make this happen and how to make these people whole. This should be the last thing that they have to worry about.
Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Sam here with Erica, Jeff, and Tori. All right, so we are getting another look at the highly anticipated movie about Princess Diana called Spencer. This time we get to actually hear Kristen Stewart as a late princess. Tori, I want you to watch.
Okay,
Tori's doing her makeup because you know what, Tori? You were critical.
Oh, I've seen it.
You were critical.
I am, but her voice is fantastic.
Oh, okay.
There's no hope for me. Not with them. Fight them. You are your own weapon. Will they kill me, do you think?
Oh my gosh, that gave me chills. Here's a look at Kristen next to Princess Di, and we get to see Charles, played by English actor Jack Farthing. And the Queen also makes an appearance. Here's a look at the actress playing her next to the real Queen. Gotta go back to Tori, because I remember how critical you were of Kristen Stewart. Now what do you think?
Brilliant accent work, but I will say this. Again, nothing but iciness comes off of Kristen Stewart for me. And maybe that's just because I was born in that Twilight era. None of the warmth of Diana comes off the screen. None of it. It still looks a little icy to me. The accent was perfection. The precision was correct. But I just don't feel that undeniable it factor that is I'm the people's princess. It still feels cold.
Could you be conflating your bias for the actress? Because
No, of course I am.
You have some feelings about that.
No, of course I am.
I'm
That's
wondering,
the only reason
though.
I'm combining is because she seems so, her persona is always, I'm too cool for school. So to put her as Diana.
You think she's...
No, that's Kristen Stewart on the red carpet. She's always just like, cool.
Don't think she's too cool for school. I see her as more introverted and awkward, which a lot of people also attributed to Princess Di.
Fair.
But also, doesn't it kind of come down to the moment as well? This is like a very controversial snapshot in time. So the idea that she's maybe coming off as a little standoffish and a little colder might be appropriate for the actual era that they're capturing.
But the difference between the royal family, and I hear you, and Diana was like hot, fire, and ice. And to me, they all feel kind of icy. Again, this is just the preview. But what you want to see is she should stand out in a way. She's just a different human being than the royals. And I didn't really feel that 100%.
I'm going to ask a silly question here.
Oh, good.
And probably I'm stupid. What does Spencer mean? Why is it called Spencer?
Name.
There you go.
That's good. All right. Karen, the producer's clapping.
I knew I should have asked that off camera. I knew
That was great.
No, we keep it real here, right?
We sure do. Thank you.
Supermodel Linda Evangelista is suing for $50 million after a cosmetic procedure allegedly left her body disfigured. Now, Linda rose to fame in the 80s and 90s with fellow models. You remember Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington, but hasn't booked any modeling gigs in years. So she was spotted at an airport back in 2017, but has remained out of the public eye. That's because she says she was left, quote, brutally disfigured after a cool sculpting cosmetic procedure on her chin, back, thighs, and stomach. It also claims she wasn't made aware of a rare side effect from the treatment that enlarged her fat cells rather than shrinking them. On Instagram, she said her body is now, quote, permanently deformed, and the lawsuit is a way for her to share her story and rid herself of the shame. This breaks my heart, and then having to deal with it so publicly.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the catalyst for a lot of other people to come forward. This has never been a secret when it comes to procedures like this. I'm not saying this one specifically, but these types of procedures became so pedestrian that you could like get a full set and go in the back of a nail salon and get these things done. I've heard about this, and I think that a lot of people are sitting in a lot of shame because they don't want to admit that they actually had the procedure done and they had less than stellar or even disfiguring results. But by her coming forward, I think it's going to open the door to a lot of other people being honest about what happened to them, because some people, as opposed to the fat cells dissipating or whatever they were supposed to do, they hardened and they had to get plastic surgery to reverse it, if they could reverse it at all. Wow. So I'm glad that she's speaking out, and I think that other people are going to as well.
3 words, class action lawsuit too. She's doing a specific cool sculpt, and I wonder if there's more people that have been disfigured because of that, and if that's true, you're going to just see the lawsuit grow and grow and grow.
I was just going to button it with, you know, cosmetic procedures, I know it helps a lot of people, and I'm all for it. Trust me. I just want people to really do their due diligence. Yeah. We all know what happened to Kanye West's mom. He still to this day blames himself, which is heartbreaking. Kanye West's mom died from her procedures of liposuction and breast reduction, and she didn't die on the operating table. I say that respectfully. She died when she went home because there wasn't an eval. Like in certain states, you have to have a medical evaluation before they let you out. Kanye, in his mind, was like, what if I was in a different state? And that's a lot of burden for anybody to deal with, whether it's physically and personally, like Linda Evangelista, or whether it's a family member. So I just want everybody to remember, a procedure is still a procedure, whether it's elected or not. So just remember that and do your due diligence the best you can.
Well said, Sam.
All right, so get ready, all you cool cats and kittens. Tiger King is coming back. I know Tori's excited. So Netflix announced. I just can't be cool for the life of me.
You are cool.
I am not. Netflix announced that Tiger King 2 will be released this year with a picture of Joe Exotic on a phone from jail. So Joe, of course, we all know, is serving 22 years for animal cruelty and for a botched murder for hire plot against his nemesis, Carol Baskin. Speaking of which, Carol says she isn't happy about the sequel. In fact, she told Variety the original was a, quote, reality show dumpster fire, but she will watch Tiger King 2 just so she can inform the public on how they are being misled. Interesting.
I mean, I interviewed her and she kept saying the Tiger King told me they were going to do one thing and they totally flipped it. Whether it was editing or footage, she thought she was going to be teaching about conservatorship and all that. Now, I don't know how much of that is true because she also went on Dancing with the Stars and she's trying to get herself known for other things, but she clearly felt that she was duped by Tiger King producers.
I don't think this is going to get as much traction as people think, right? The first one was lightning in a bottle. It's right when COVID started. It's right when we had a lockdown. It was just craziness that we haven't seen, and everyone was at home doing nothing, drinking wine, and they're like, did you see Tiger King? It's insane. You have to watch it. I don't think that many people are invested. They're going to hear this guy from jail. She's going to say it's all fluff anyway. I'm not that interested in it. I'm done with the Tiger King.
I wonder if they will have a different twist, though. Or are they just only going to be following him?
Because he seems to be the pull, right? Everyone wants to hear about him, and she's trying to teach about the cats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both characters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today, we honor MJ Rodriguez, best known for her role in Pose.
When was the last time you were truly surprised by something in your life?
She is the first trans woman to receive an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. In 2018, she won the Hispanic Heritage Special Trailblazer Award. The actress continues to push artistic boundaries both on and off the screen, inspiring a whole generation of trans and non-binary artists through her incredible and diverse work. Closed captioning provided by...
I know.
I'd color that.
Hi, everybody. We are reading some of what you guys are saying. Some of you can't believe I asked Jeff Dunham. Okay, we're just finding out something from our earpiece. Okay, thank you, Jody. So, a lot of you wrote in.
We don't have Derek Huff. That's what they were telling us.
That's right.
But hopefully we get him.
Hopefully we get him, because I'll be huffing Matt.
Okay, go away.
No, don't. I want to say, Scott said, I can't believe you said that, did Jeff take acid? And then he said, I bet you're a lot of fun to drink with. And I think that's true. Do you agree with that?
He said that?
Yeah, no, Scott did, this guy who wrote in.
Oh. Yeah, but she doesn't pick up the tab.
Yes,
though,
I do.
Scott.
Yeah, I do. Don't believe that. At the same time, I also want to say...
Go to Kelly's face off camera. Yeah.
I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's developing throughout the... Okay, so I put some self-tanner on this morning, and it's been developing like throughout the day. I've been getting tanner and tanner throughout the day. It's a little too much.
Literally look like you stepped off the beaches of Mexico.
She does. You look really beautiful.
But it is developing more and more from what
Donnie says, I agree with Tori about the, why can I ever find it? The Kristen Stewart. It just comes across, I promise you I'm not lying what he said, but he did say it.
It's official.
Anyway, how many of you write in? How many of you really knew that Spencer
Mario Brothers,
was definitely her last name? Did anyone know Earl of Spencer? Spencer, Lady Diana Spencer, her brother Spencers, the Spencers. Huh? Okay. Here it is. I'm with Tori, and no, it's not about the actress. Sorry, Erica. It just seems dull. I also feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, doesn't it feel like it's being filmed on like an old 80s film? It feels like different film to me, like a different aspect ratio. Any nerds out there, let me know. It feels like a soap opera-y from the 80s.
Tori Schulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker. This is my show, baby. Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day. Well, it looks like Jessica Rabbit is getting a makeover. Disneyland's Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin ride is reimagining Jessica as a private eye and is covering her up in a trench coat. Here's Jessica from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then the new version, okay? So you see it. Well, it got a lot of people upset on Twitter. One wrote, "Why does Disney hate sexy people? Leave Jessica Rabbit alone." And in Jessica's defense, another person quoted a line from the movie writing, "She's not bad, she's just drawn that way." Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about this change?
I think it's, go ahead, Erica, please.
I think it really just goes to show you that if you sexy, there's nothing that you can put on your body that's going to cover that up.
She looks good no matter
she
what.
Looks hot no matter what.
In the trench. I don't know. To me, she's like Breathless Mahoney. If you ever watch Roger Rabbit, she's a cocktail singer who finds things and gives out little clues and stuff like that. What's interesting to me is now you cover up and she's a private eye, you're just changing the character. She was always about being a sexy Jessica Rabbit. She was always about being a singer. I have no issue with her outfit. She was confident. She was consensual. I have no issue. So I don't know why they changed it, and I think it's stupid.
I think it's a little odd that, because I didn't even know that this ride existed because I go to Disneyland all the time. But when I now know that it's in Toontown, Toontown is like for 3 and under.
Yeah.
There's like no rides. I guess there's this Roger Rabbit ride. I looked up the ride. It's literally, you see the line and it's like babies and 2-year-olds. So perhaps they're just trying to make it more baby friendly, because you don't see any cartoons with seductively dressed.
I would just say hardcore Disney fans sometimes go to Disneyland and want to see like the original tunes. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. That's like, there's a real group of people out there who want to see the original.
That's a little odd, because aren't babies the most used to seeing those attributes?
Yeah, they see them as feeding tools. Yeah, you're right, Erica. But I don't know. I mean, it's not even a ride that people know about.
It's not a cool ride.
That's what Sam's mad about.
She is.
She's like, I've never seen this ride.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's good.
If an adult wants to participate in a COVID-19 vaccine trial, they give their consent. But what if a minor wants to participate in a trial and their parent or guardian says no, or vice versa? Who wins? Well, people on TikTok are claiming that kids don't have a say because they're underage. So let's verify. Do minors have the ability to opt out of a trial? Our sources are Pfizer, Dr. Jim Campbell, a pediatrician and infectious disease doctor working on the Moderna and Novavax COVID trials in children, and the National Institutes of Health. According to Dr. Jim Campbell, only adults can give legal consent, but children can assent.
Which is kind of like a child version of consent.
The NIH says to take part in the assent process, your child must be mature enough to understand the trial and what they are required to do. So, if a parent wants their child to participate, but the child doesn't want to, Dr. Campbell says that won't work.
You both have to agree. It can't be just one or the other.
How a child can assent is based on their age.
The typical way that works is for the older children, like teenagers, they have a written assent form that has the same content, the same general themes as what the parent permission form has, but it's written in simpler language and it's shorter.
For younger children who may not read or write as well, Dr. Campbell says verbal assent is acceptable. But for even younger kids or babies, he says,
we just have to be very careful that we discuss with the parents, all of the information, and then they give permission for their child to join.
So we can verify, yes, kids who have the ability to can opt out of a trial, but for others, their parent or guardian makes that decision for them. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Play me a song that you like. You can bet I know every line.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. That was a clip from Dancing with the Stars, and we have one of the judges with us here live today, star in his own right, Derek. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing? Good to have you back.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, we gotta talk about who's stirring up the most controversy this season. We've been covering it on the show, and our viewers, well, they have an opinion. So we want to ask you directly about Olivia Jade. What would you tell our viewers in regard to giving her a second chance, or not?
Here's the thing. I think what's bad is always available, but so is what's good. And where our focus goes, our energy flows. So why not focus on what's good in this world and in each other? I think that we do a lot better doing that in general. And I feel like for me, it's a beautiful thing to be able to give people. I think in our life's journey, the most pivotal point that we all experience in our lives is redemption. And we all experience that. And I would love for somebody to offer me some grace. And so why not?
Oh my gosh, what a lovely thing to say.
I love that,
Oh my
Derek. I love that. We also saw some serious talent from JoJo Siwa on the dance floor. But how did she get the highest score of the night? Viewers want to know, even though her partner stumbled.
You know what? I think because the rest of it was just so good. I don't know. I know for me personally, I gave her. I think I didn't score her the highest for me personally. I think I can't remember who it was that I gave the highest score for. But by the way, can we just talk about how she handled that?
Yeah.
Because she dropped. Jenna fell. Jenna's the pro, and she went, picked her right back up and carried on like a true pro. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive.
Is there a big difference, Derek? I wanted to know of being the lead in this situation and not being the lead if you're used to one or the other.
It goes back and forth. I think that, being the leader or the follower, it ebbs and flows. There's moments where, whomever's, traveling forward is leading. Their energy is leading you. So it's never, you always hear the man's the leader or things like that. And that's just honestly not the case. When you actually get into the detail and actually get into the minutia of dancing, it's very collaborative, and it's an ebb and flow where you lead and follow each other throughout the dance floor. So that's so for me, it doesn't really make any difference, what sort of sex you're dancing with. It's still the exact same process.
The first person to answer that question,
Good
by the way.
answer, Derek. All right, I got to talk to you because I follow you and all this video stuff, and your videos are incredible. And I'm serious, if you haven't seen
TikTok game?
But even the stuff he does with graphics, I don't know where you get it, but you've posted some great clips. We do have one we want to show you. Take a look.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that.
So
tell us about that.
So that's one that was no graphics, no special effects. Just a very common question we get asked very, very often, which totally fine, and I'm all about it. It's all good. But it's actually funny. We actually kind of addressed that a little bit in my new Vegas show. Because my girl, who's Haley, who you just saw there, she's actually dancing with me on stage. She's with me, so we actually kind of play with that a little bit within the show and have fun with it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I come from a Jewish mother, so I totally get it. When do you get married? Totally get it.
So Derek, I swear I'm not stalking your social media. Although every time you come on the show, I bring up a random picture of you. So what about this picture of you? Because you're just chilling under the sea without a shirt. So tell us what's going on here, bruh.
What's going on? I mean, here's the thing. I'm a big adventure guy. I love the outdoors, and I've gotten into free diving lately, and so I'm about 35 feet deep there, and
dude,
I just love just being one with the ocean. So we were actually swimming with spotted dolphins on that trip.
Who is this guy?
And it was amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. I was like, oh, there's a chair. Let's put it down there and sit down there. I don't know. I was just having fun with it.
35 feet, your eardrums didn't hurt? My eardrums would have hurt.
You got to blow it out.
You gotta equalize. Yeah. Just equalize. I'll show you. I'll teach you how to do it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay, so we gotta talk about this video, Derek, that a lot of our viewers loved. I did too, about you singing a message to your high school bully. First, I want you and our viewers to watch this.
Brad, I bet you wonder why the prom queen dumped you. The one who got away and broke your heart. Well, it turns out she was a dancer who liked boy dancers.
And you can catch them both on the TV in your mom's garage.
Wow. Oh.
Did Brad ever apologize?
No, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Brad is not a real person.
What?
Brad is a metaphor for those who like to pick on people and how those people tend to move on and do great things in their lives. And so, yeah, it was more of a metaphor. But I will be honest with you. I was legitimately bullied a lot at school growing up, and so it was kind of just a metaphor for that experience. You know
Don't
what
be
I mean?
a Brad.
Don't we all know a Brad?
Don't be a Brad.
Is that the new Karen?
That's the new Karen.
It's Karen and Brad,
No.
people.
No, Derek started it.
It's Derek now.
Hey, Brad's out there. I love you, Brad Pitt. You're great.
All right, Derek, thank you for chatting with us. Don't forget to watch new episodes of Dancing with the Stars every Monday. We appreciate you, and I will contact your people to go free diving with you. Just kidding. It's okay. I'm married. Don't worry. We'll be right back.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe worry a little bit.
A little bit worried. A little bit.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why we verified. Jonathan Neiman, the CEO of Sweetgreen, wrote on LinkedIn that the pandemic is hitting heavier people harder. Writing, quote, 78% of hospitalizations due to COVID are obese and overweight people. So let's verify in two parts. Does being overweight or obese make you more susceptible to severe cases of COVID? And is it true that the majority of hospitalized COVID patients are obese or overweight? We brought these questions to these three experts. We also looked at the widely cited CDC study from March of 2021. Let's start there. The CDC analyzed BMI data, or body mass index, for more than 148,000 patients hospitalized between March and December 2020. 28.3% of those patients were categorized as overweight and 50.8% as obese.
When you're obese or when you are overweight, it's not just having more pounds on the scale. The extra fat that you have actually causes your body to alter its physiology.
Things like a weakened immune system, weakened lung function, and it's often associated with diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease.
They may have worse outcome in terms of the hospitalization, the length of hospital stay, the requirement for ventilation support, and then the ICU admissions could be higher.
So we can verify that yes, being heavier does put you at risk for a more serious battle with the disease. But are overweight and obese patients making up the majority of COVID hospitalizations? Well, that CDC study says so. Remember, it found that 79.1% of those surveyed were obese or overweight. But our experts are split. Dr. Adalja says that it's true, saying that the majority of his patients hospitalized for COVID-19 are in fact obese or overweight. But Dr. Tran argues that these findings aren't complete, because the CDC study only surveyed data from 238 hospitals out of 800. So without a consensus, we can't verify an answer on this, at least for right now. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Next week on DBL, an all-new Freedom Files wrongfully convicted, a woman spends more than a decade in prison for a brutal crime that never happened.
It's really hard to hear that you are doing these horrific things to innocent children.
Plus, Live celebrity guests Drew Carey, Trisha Yearwood, Leah Remini, Vicki Lawrence, and Penn and Teller. That's all next week on DBL.
It's going to be a good week. Don't miss it. Welcome back to DBL. So there's good news for people committed to a fitness routine who are not losing weight. We are chatting about it on DBL's Focus on Fitness, presented by QB. Although weight loss may increase your lifespan, new research suggests that more focus should be placed on physical activity versus weight loss. Experts say shifting goals from pounds to practice is more beneficial when it comes to living longer. This means that fat, quote unquote, can be fit because healthy bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
Bye, y'all.